We live.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like the Stay Puft Kool-Aid Man is back for Saturday night. It's the internet's most favorite show that airs on Saturday at 8:32 with people named Jordan, Pedro, and Vin. Haha, take that.
Being overly specific.
I can keep going too, man. How's everybody doing, ladies and gentlemen? Let me do these little social media things. Let me go and click post. I did social medias last night, and I got done. We were doing Trackmania, and I got done. Got everything put together. I'm shutting everything down. Never click post on either of those tabs, man. I'm like, wow.
A few of the streams, when I used to stream, I also did it's like, yeah, I know all the tweets and everything, they're ready to go. Mm-hmm. And then I forgot to push
Never get around to it. Like, all right. Oh, what do we got tonight? Non-betas, Atomic Steam, more Steam, VR Steam, Butt Bobby.
Cajun fried steam,
Steam on a
collared
stick.
steam with some steam sauce.
Oinks? Not that oink, the other
Not
oink.
that one.
And then we're probably going to spend anywhere between 3 minutes and 45 minutes discussing the future of AAA gaming. That's just one of those, it's like, that can go either way, man. All right, let me go ahead and kick over to live. If you're listening on Discord, we'll be over there. Boop. Four-way. There we go. Just wrapping up the pre super shows, and we were learning all about the nutritious, delicious Snickers.
King size.
King size. Is that what it's called?
It was, yeah, the king size.
The American-sized Snickers.
America.
Is that what it's called in the UK?
That's called ranch.
I don't know. The Snickers bars, I'm pretty sure that they have been getting smaller and smaller as time
yeah,
has gone
dude.
on.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
What country was it? They passed a law. It might have been a state, to be honest. I read that they passed a thing where they have to make notifications now in list that if they've decreased the size.
Mm-hmm. That needs to be a thing everywhere, yeah.
Well, see, no, our solution is we're just going to sell a different size denomination of it that is slightly larger packaging with less stuff in it for more money.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
but
Like
they
when
have
they
to
reduce
have
the
the
size
net
for that
weight,
price, and they bring
in
the size
the
back up.
packaging,
And
so-
yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like the forced upgrades with like your internet. Like the cable companies, fiber companies don't do it so much, but the cable companies are horrible about it. About like, hey, look, we've just upgraded your speed for free. Yay. And you're like, oh, that's cool. And like a year later, you're like, prices got to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, okay, we'll put me back on my old plan. Doesn't exist anymore. Give us money. Dicks.
That's some scumbag shit, right?
That's how they roll, dude. Yeah.
We did some shit without your consent.
Uh-huh.
Price go up now.
Yep. Not a new plan. We've just added, hey, look at this free stuff. Yeah, you're not going to complain about
Yeah.
that. Like, yeah. Yeah.
You want free IPTV? You want to watch some fucking hockey?
I got something with this plan. I think it's like Bravo and CNN or some shit. Don't care. I don't even know what Bravo is. I think it's a movie show.
It's like the
Johnny
artsy
Bravo.
programming.
Yeah,
That's Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Speaking of shit, just like streaming constantly, dude, I tuned into a Space Ghost because like Cartoon Network's doing the Space Ghost 24/7 for whatever reason this week.
They dug out the OG actors because they had Space Ghost and Brack cameo in the new Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, George Lowe sounds so ancient. Oh my god, he sounded like an old man before. He's like, it's like fucking Deckard Cain, right? He's like, stay a while and listen while I stay on my talk show and ask you some weird questions.
Oh yeah, no, you can hear the Deckard Cain voice actor getting progressively older from like Diablo 1 to Diablo 3.
Well, I mean, yeah, all those years, dude. Like that OG Space Ghost was unhinged.
Oh yeah,
Like it didn't stop, man. I just like wrote it off. Like I didn't realize. Like I was old enough to like get everything. It's just like, wow.
yeah,
Definitely worth a
because it was
rewatch.
literally just like, yeah, we have all the animation assets and shit.
Right.
Go
And
nuts.
it was what was it? Zorak?
Zorak, Brack,
Zorak
and Moltar.
was, the Space Ghost fucked off to go do something, and Zorak was talking to the guest. He's like, watch this. It costs Comedy Central or Cartoon Network $40.
$50,000 every time
I move my arm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been so good.
Just good shit like that. And then everybody getting high. I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah. The bit that used to wreck me was just like it opens up and it's just Rammstein. there's no context. It's just Rammstein.
It was good times, man.
Yeah.
That was you got to say one thing about Cartoon Network is they still like
Adult Swim is like a fucking force in entertainment, man. Like
it 100% is, but stuff like Space Ghost came out of like it was on TV back then. But they would effectively give, because I knew one dude who didn't work on that. He worked on something adjacent to Space Ghost. It was like one of those other intermediate things, and effectively the interns and the fucking new hires, and they let them make shows just to see what they would come up with, and they would air it. Now they still do that, but they put it on their YouTube channel. Like there's bizarre, non-connected shit.
Well, what the guy who did all those G.I. Joe shorts, like he ended up working for Adult Swim like years later.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
What was the Know Your Meme? What?
Well, I suppose if you're going to have an encyclopedia of memes,
every time I move my arm, it costs Cartoon Network $20.
Huh. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's what it is. Huh?
Yep.
Check this out. Every time
$42. It was a simpler time. Yeah, that was good stuff, man.
That C-Lab 2020. Fucking Harvey Birdman.
I never got into Harvey Birdman. I don't know why.
I used to love Harvey Birdman. That shit was great.
Dude, Adult Swim was tight as hell. Mainly Aqua Teen for me.
Yeah. Then Venture Brothers.
Then, like, slowly it became Family Guy show.
Well, because they got the syndication rights for Family Guy and Futurama, so they were keeping that alive for a good long while. They were just.
I mean, it was great. Like at first, but like they only have like that certain section of Family Guy, like
the first 4 seasons or whatever. Yeah,
which was wild at the time because we didn't have anywhere to get them.
I was down. I had to like on my 60 gigabyte hard drive. I had to be selective about which Family Guy episodes I kept, and then I'm like, oh wait, my PlayStation can play video CDs. I'm gonna start burning these to 2 episodes to a disc.
I burned DVDs with the 60 megabyte anime episodes in our MVB that I got off the local video store. Yes.
It was what you had to do at the time, right? Like,
well, that was a viable thing, man. I remember that's why I bought a DVD dual layer DVD burner.
Did you ever get a DivX player?
No. I only heard legends. I believe I walked by one at one point when they were on the
sound
shelf.
off in chat realm if you actually owned a DivX player, like not bought one like after the fact, like none of this Patrick nonsense of like I just collect obsolete electronics. I want like did you buy a DivX player back in the day?
That would have been like buying a HD DVD player, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, there was
there was a time
called the Xbox 360.
Well, no, it wasn't because you had to buy the USB add-on.
You did, and this is like I was wrong. I have no problem admitting when I'm fucking wrong. When Microsoft released that HD DVD drive for the fucking Xbox, I was like, done. There it is. Like, format war is over. Fuck me.
Well, yeah, you had to like buy a separate add-on, but like, and that was the thing too. It was like it was more cost effective to buy a fucking PS3 than it was to get a Blu-ray player.
And then we went through those things where the Microsoft drives were on fire sale. You get them for like $30 new. Yeah. And there was a ton of movies that were on sale too, because like they were just like, we're going to quit making these. And I was like, I had that debate.
Like, yeah, we printed a bunch of HD DVDs because we thought people were going to buy them and no one did.
I went to buy a zip drive Synthel, and like right next to it was a 1 gig SyQuest parallel port.
Ooh. I was super jealous of my friend who had like a mini disc player, one of those Sony mini discs.
Oh, well, let me tell you about my luck though.
Oh.
I was young enough to where I didn't realize that like shit fucks with me for shits and giggles. I'm immune to it now, but I bought that. I was like, zip drive 100, and I was like, a gigabyte SyQuest, well known, they've been on the market forever, and I'm like, dope. Even bought a packet disc, which were like 3 discs, and I think it was something like, it was like 40, 50 pounds for the disc, but I was like, I don't even know what the fuck to do with all this storage, dude. And it was less than a month later, SyQuest went bankrupt, and my drive developed the error, the eject bug that was unfixable, and there was no place to send it. Still got that drive. It's a reminder. Expired.
Now, do you think you could?
Yeah.
Could you get any data off it these days? Like, or
no? It's got the it was a hardware fucking bug with it. I'm sure. Like now, I could find the YouTube video. Like here, fix this. Replace R2 with whatever.
Like, 3D print this thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're good.
But yeah, you'd put a drive in it. It would spin it up because they had hard drive platters in each one of the things, and it would go weird, spit it back out. And I was like, motherfucker. And there it was, man. Yeah, they made the DivX was like the authorized one. Then they made the ones that you peeled off, and they only lasted for like 2 or 3 days. They were readable. The dye layer started oxidizing. They were disposable. Need to bring that back.
This disc will self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
Dude, talk about just like straight plastic waste, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, just throw this away. I mean, I say that like it's a big deal, knowing that people, like, they probably haven't eaten a meal that wasn't on a paper plate, drinking out of a plastic cup with their plastic, like, whatever. I know people that live that life. Like, I never do dishes. I'm like, how? Oh.
I bought a very fancy dishwasher, and it's great. It saved my marriage.
At least you're using it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's even clean. I don't even have shit in it anymore. Well, it cleaned it up.
And, that's part of the reason why I want to move is have space for the dishwasher.
My old apartment, the dishwasher we had was so garbage. It just didn't clean shit. So yeah.
Mine's always worked. Yeah, I've had one years and years ago that you pre-wash was real.
Yeah,
and I'm like, then what's the fucking point? All
right? Yeah, and like that was like my old dishwasher we had here. And then we replaced it, and it's like we did some research, and it's like, oh, you want to get the one with like the metal inside so that it stays extra hot. And then like, it's kind of stupid how you can just like put like disgustingly grimy dishes in there and they just come out clean. It's great.
Clean the filter every now and then, though.
Obviously, Pedro. Obviously, you have to clean them.
Wait, it's got a filter?
I've seen and smelled some dishwashers.
Yes, some adults do not know that there is, in fact, a filter you need to clean out.
That's why I'm like a huge fan of like the old dryer design. Like it was like right there when you opened the door. There was the lint. I'm like, right fucking there, homie. Don't put it out of sight, out of mind.
Like reach in the back, and there's like a robotic arm that I have to like push out of the way to like pull out the plate that has the filter behind it.
Yeah.
It's very convoluted.
The
these
ones
days.
I had, it was at the bottom. Just slide down the bottom drawer, like grab at the sides, dump it out, put it back in. Done.
Yeah, it's like that, but with more robot arm. it's a very fancy dishwasher.
That's a lot of shit to go wrong.
It's got like I don't know, I have never used it, but it has like the quadrant control, so you can have it like wash one corner of like the thing like on super heavy mode and another one on like super light mode.
That sounds like some shit that I would buy something for and never use.
We bought it because it was the best rated dishwasher.
Does it have an app?
It does have an app.
Fucking yes. Does it have a camera inside?
I don't know.
Fuck.
It does send my wife a text every time the dishwasher finishes, though.
I How do if I have to buy a fucking new oven, dude, I will spring to get one with the fucking
the ones with the camera in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that's actually like worth it to put something on the fucking network. So you like, yeah, you like you
I
can
want
like
that,
put something
and I
in.
want to have like a probe thermometer.
Oh, one that just like has the output to the
Where it's just like built into the stove section. I pop it out anytime I need.
You plug it in, and then you got the camera, and
Right.
you can see what the temperature is. Yeah, see that? Yeah, that's a good idea.
And they're like, create an account. And I'm like, well, I guess this is not going to work.
You gotta link your PSN account. No, the Sony oven, I guess. They make
You got
ovens,
the
right?
warning there, Fenris. Also, no politics.
Mm-hmm. All right. What do you guys want to fuck around with in the outro show?
You guys are gonna have to figure that one out because I have to be in Norwich tomorrow at lunchtime.
What are you doing?
What's in Norwich?
Friend of ours from Portugal. He's been going through a bit of a rough patch, so we're having lunch and spending the day with him.
All right.
It's helping lunch. You want to play Orcs Must Die?
I've heard of it. I've never played it before.
Do you not have it?
No, I don't. I think I've successfully dodged every bundle that it's. Yeah, I do not have it. I know there's like 4 of them.
Orcs Must Die 2 is the one with multiplayer.
Yeah.
Is there a 3? I think there's a 3 now.
I think they released a third one, didn't they?
There is a third one. It's $30.
Oh, fuck all that. Oh, it's not on sale either. Never mind.
It's I'm living with this like 125% scale with Steam, and it's like it's better than it used to be, but it's still a little bit.
Yeah, it's 150%.
It is.
The
Okay.
125
That's almost
is what
125.
Fen
That's
says.
in the right
It's like,
direction.
I have
Yeah.
125. Move the Steam window over. That's 150% now. Fuck you.
What would be, did you ever buy, what was it? The game. That one.
Oh, It Takes Two?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Right, I'm looking through a list of games. That's what I'm doing. Damn you, ADHD.
Apparently the Master Chef stuff, online multiplayer is like all kind of fucked up on Linux.
Is it?
It is.
Ooh.
There's the danger of, if like, say all of us were playing on Linux, we're fine. But
Right.
if one of our Wen bros jumps in, it'll crash all our shit. No, it'd be a good way to fucking catch people.
Yes. but also a little disruptive when you're trying to actually
Right.
you know play your fun video game.
Yes, there's one of the Wind Bros right there.
Hi, Scott. There's Scott. There's
Hello,
Justin. Who else? Who else is a filthy heretic?
Oh, there's no telling.
Yeah. Probably Maddie.
Ogie?
We could try the new update for Ultimate Chicken Horse.
I guess, yeah.
I guess.
The panda. So it's not sexual harassment panda, but
No.
Oh, did you have to play single player to unlock the panda though?
Oh.
wow.
Because there were a bunch of the characters that they used to have.
That we never actually got that Sega Mega Drive multiplayer shit working, right?
Well, here's like the whole problem with it. We were both like, hey, that'd be kind of cool, but it does rando matches.
Oh,
Right? There was no way to
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to remember. Like, was there ever a problem with that, or did it ever work?
and we're both too lazy to sit down and try to figure out like how to get Golden Axe up and working.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. You want to try and take on the last couple levels of Portal Reloaded, having not done any of the first ones that teach you how to do the puzzles?
No, bitch, I watched y'all play that.
Yeah, so it had one of the best openings. It's like, and I'm going through the hole through the laser. Oh god. Yeah, the hole leads to the laser, and I'm going towards the laser.
Oh man, yeah, no, I'm not smart enough for that game.
Yeah, I was mentioning the other a couple weeks ago. I started playing it with another friend, but
Yeah.
I was on empty side instead of my side. So like, yeah. So now it's like, well, it's not like I know the answers now because I know them from the one side and not from the other side.
Right?
So it's like I have to remember what I did and explain it to you, and then try to reverse engineer what Empty did, and
Yeah, that is like playing a whole new
yeah.
All the games that are on sale or have the little in library thing on them. What is a good like multiplayer thing that we haven't fucking played forever, or just haven't played?
You don't have Vermintide, do you?
I think we've played it before.
I have two.
I do have two. Did they? So I know when. So I think this had like the opposite problem that the Sega emulator did, where like Linux to Windows worked, but Linux to Linux didn't.
Some weird bullshit.
Yeah, but it could have been fixed. That's the thing. Like all this shit is like, yes, we tried this 2 years ago. Why? And like, yeah.
Forever broken.
And, there was the issue with Vermintide 2 and EAC that they finally caved and asked Valve to fix it for them, and Valve fixed it for them.
Yeah, and it worked. It worked great. Like honestly, you know what? I will give credit to people who can admit that they were wrong and like fucking do the thing, right? Like they could have easily doubled down and be like, no, fuck. They're like, no, okay, we reevaluated, we can do it. Here you go.
Categories. Is there's let me so I'm gonna see what we got for like multiplayer in Linux, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. You know where I want to go? Here.
Among Us, Counter-Strike. That's
Yeah, we're gonna play some CS:GO, bro. Honorary. Show more
I guess we
players.
we exhausted Back for Blood.
Local. Where's online co-op? 503 titles, you say? All right. Dying Light. Yeah, we can do some Dota, bro. Get our MOBA on.
We could play some Team Fortress 2 against the bots. All the bots.
Oh, we have 7 days to die.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Gary's a mod.
We can't play Gary's Mario though.
No. Up for Dead, Payday. What the fuck's Baroni? Oh, we played that.
Yeah, Barony.
Hypercharged Unbox. Company Heroes 2. Oh, that was
Strategy
RTS.
game. Yeah.
Keep talking and nobody explodes.
Baldur's
It would be
Gate.
good if we could like get someone else in the bomb disposal hot seat.
Right. Magica 2.
Do I have? I think I only have the first one.
What about Battle Block?
Battle Block Theater. That one is fun. The main campaign is only 2 players, but like someone converted all of the main campaign maps into 4-player multiplayer game maps,
Okay.
so you can do it. You just gotta do it all.
Holy shit, Worm Online. Wow, there's a name I haven't heard of in years.
Do you want to start a crippling addiction to a bad
2020. No, that came out long before 2020. I played that game long time ago.
Children of Morta? Oh yeah, I remember that.
You don't have Sea of Thieves.
Farm Together. Oh God.
2006 is when Worm Online first came online. Yeah, that sounds about right.
We could
Oh
do...
yeah, play Neverwinter Nights multiplayer.
No,
just to do-
you didn't see that. I'm not learning Neverwinter fucking Nights tonight.
Streets of Rage or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Charlie Murder.
Charlie Murder. It's been a while since. Do you think we still have to beat each other into the next level?
What was the last time it was updated?
Day of Defeat Source.
Torchlight 2? I have Torchlight 2? Yeah, of course I do.
No.
Mm.
I haven't played Torchlight 2 in forever.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Dark Alliance, then. We can drizzle me tizzle.
I guess. Like, how big of a download is that?
How indeed. You keep bringing it up. It's like it's time. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. That's what it's called.
Dark.
Oh, you know what? Apparently has online multiplayer is the OG like D&D arcade beat 'em up Chronicles of Mystara.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Charlie Murder was last updated in 2022.
Oh,
Dark
really?
Alliance is
Yeah.
40 gigs. Can I install it? Do I need to reboot my router? It's very possible.
Civ? Oh.
Yes, just put everyone to sleep at the end of the stream.
I don't know. I mean, if Charlie Murder was updated recently, we can go try that.
Let's see. Charlie Murder.
Salt and Sacrifice is on Steam now.
Was it not?
Was it an epic
That was Salt and
exclusive?
Sanctuary.
Ah.
Salt and Sacrifice is the follow-up to that. It's the new Ska Studios game.
Why do I have like Children of Morta? That's did we review that?
We did throw chairs at it.
All right.
Yeah.
Did we ever try co-op? It says it's action RPG, but it's like you're trying to trick me.
I think it's like Gauntlet style.
Yeah. Charlie
What the fuck
Murder.
am I doing? Charlie Murder. I'm looking for news.
Release date.
I just have the extension, the SteamDB extension that says when the depots were last updated.
Oh, I don't have that. What does it say?
It says, let me go back to the page.
It's been deck verified, 2022.
24 Feb 2022.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We'll try it.
So yeah, the day before it was, the Steam Deck came out.
And on the 24th of 20, they updated the latest FNA. So, I mean, theoretically, it should work, but it probably won't. We'll find out.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Charlie Murder.
And it's like
What do you
16K to download.
Let me run a quick speed test.
Oh, no. Zero.
Yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. I suspect.
I don't ever run, like, download speed tech. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm getting 10 megabytes down.
Nice.
Megabits down. Yeah, I will be right back, folks. I'm gonna give.
Okay.
Give the
Are they going to fix that? It sounds like your transceivers go into a fallback mode.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Brain. See you in a bit.
All right. Like 10 megabits is like you're going to have a, depending on your optics, you'll have they can fall back to 10. That's a handshake, a negotiation, 10, 100, 1 gig, and 10 gig. There's no such thing as 2.5 gig. That's some bullshit they made up for people at home.
They were the 10 gig NICs that didn't pass certification, so they locked them at 2.5.
10 gig over copper is just too fucking hot. And it's too short and it's too fussy. Like, why are you guys scared of SFP Plus? It's cheap.
Speaking of hot, the fan on the stupid little Virgin router kicked up today. I was playing Kingdoms of Amalur. It's like, okay, this game is nowhere near demanding enough for the GPU to be making that much noise. What the hell? So, take the headset off.
Oh, yeah? Mine don't have any fans. Mine's Microtech. One of them, the entire case is nothing but a giant heatsink. Because that's how Microtech rolls. And the other one's just got a huge, sharp, cut your fucking wrist apart heatsink just hanging out of the back of it. Like, fuck it. Biggest heat pipes I've ever seen in my entire life. Two of them running off of it. And I'm like, that's one way to do it without fans. All right. I need to interact. Click the interact button. And actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to disable that. Then I'm going to click it. Then I'm going to interact. Now I'm going to interact. Nope. Click the wrong button.
Oops.
Full screen. Damn it. All right.
Yeah, no, the plastic restore thingy on the car, it worked well enough that I decided to apply it on the ThinkPad X240. Because it has, like, the top cover, it had that soft plastic, almost rubbery.
Oh, that stuff that turns it. Yeah. I got a tablet with that shit on the back. It was made by Google. I mean, Samsung, but...
Yeah, so it's getting to the point that it was starting to get sticky, so I thought, you know what? It's not sticky anymore.
All right. I hate that
like
plastic type.
All of the like blemishes and stuff that it had on the lid just gone. It's just black again. So
nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, we all know about that the sticky plastic turns into rubber. And like, hey, this is getting real grippy. Then it's like, oh, this is getting real
this has gotten real fully apart
yeah.
and it's stuck to my fingers now.
Well, I mean, you picked out better than, I guess, like your shoe shine. Hopefully it works better.
Yeah, no, we'll see once it starts raining again, which is tomorrow. We'll see how it's gonna hold up to the water, but it's a solvent, so it should probably be okay.
All right.
And it doesn't have any dye, because I put it on the little applicator pad, and it didn't dye it any different.
Pedro's one of those, man. It's like, oh yeah, test it on a small area first. I'm like, I ain't got time for that shit.
I did. It was on the passenger side footwell.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Anyway, I may or may not have a giant smiley face in the thing.
Smile.
Smile.
Industrial grade snot, yes. Thankfully, with the G903, they just made them plastic. It's just plastic, so it's fine.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It's unfortunate, but like, yeah, that type of plastic that just turns into like ick. Sucks. Why did you use rubber or good plastic? Like, you have to know this. Like, chemistry wise.
Rubber. Because when it starts to fall apart, it just falls apart. It doesn't get sticky.
Yeah. You know, like, ew. I think Jordan's back.
No.
All right. Oh.
There's a little hiccup there. I heard
Yeah, there
that.
was, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're talking about, I assume, Pedro's car deodorant. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plastic restorer that only burns in the heads a little bit.
Car deodorant. Yeah.
Now it says it right on the like fucking like tin, like right there. It's like 30% less hand burning. New formula.
I want the Bernie kind back.
I want the good
It's
shit.
not the same. It's not the same anymore. Ever since it corroded my.
Well, maybe.
That
Maybe?
had a major hiccup.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
struggling.
there's some hiccups going.
It's negotiating.
What is happening?
Oh, I blame you, son.
Okay, sure. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, if I had a way to get a heat gun.
I was
all
talking
the
about
way
the glowy death
outside,
word, but
yeah.
sure.
Oh,
However you want to roll with
I
that.
thought you were like, son. That's like you're my parent. I'm like, all right.
Are you throttling, son?
Are you winning? Good old Chucky Moida.
All right. Cool. I need we can go ahead and rock and roll. It looks like everything's fine. Over here on this end.
All right. Then I guess I'll take a safety pee and then
All right.
we'll do it.
Cool.
I need to go get my old Dell work laptop. I got a running bet with myself that battery's still good, like charged.
Well, I have used the heat gun on the laptop, but that was to peel the asset label off so that we could replace the very, very broken screen bezel thingy. Like, then put the new one, then put the asset label back on without it hitting the void.
I have a heat gun. The only time I use my heat gun is right, two things. One, to when I put new sleeves on my vape batteries. And what was the other use? Oh yeah, I used it for a video because I bought some like solderless twist ties to connect wires. I'm like, hey, this will work. And I'm like, these things are bullshit. So I have an entire like box of those things with one missing. All right, Pedro, do you need to do anything?
I'm okay.
All right.
Crab chests. Turn those titties upwards.
I think I was. I still want one of those Acer laptops that have the little touch panel thingy control center on the side of the keyboard. See if I can find the model number. Because they have two. They have one that's a 16-inch, and they also have one of the big ones, the 18-inch ones.
Tampering with wristbands. Okay. Sure, North Ranger.
Demonetize.
What, you think there's money in fucking Linux Gamecasts, man?
No, it's not us. It's the person who posted that video with that thumbnail immediately demonetized.
Patreon.com/Linux Gamecasts. I can't vouch for the quality of his video, but I certainly can't vouch for the quality of ours either. Patreon.com/Linux Gamecasts.
Okay, 6930G, yeah. That's Aspire 6933.
All right, I was walking back in here and I saw that thumbnail. I was like, why do I look at a cock ring? No.
No, we're looking at wristband tampering and chemical attacks.
Why would you ever like? When would? The fuck is that?
This is what Pedro
That's
wants.
one of the laptops I still want to get that I haven't been able to find.
What's the one after that? Because at this point, you're at the sexual phase of like sex swings and bondage and shit. Like you.
I mean, I would think a sex swing is probably more useful day to day, right?
Well, depending on how much I paid for it, yes.
You will find a way to justify that price.
What, that one's got like media controls and shit on the left side.
Yeah.
All right.
I got the little
Looks like
capacitive touch area.
It looks like a little sci-fi laptop, and then you start typing on it, and you realize this is really awkward having to like crane my arm this way.
Remember when fucking touchpads were not like 40% of the fucking
Right? Yeah, it was like.
Remember when laptop resolutions were 1280 by 800?
Well, now they're 1366 by 768, so it's a marginal improvement.
I think nowadays they're mostly 1080p. That's
I should fucking hope so. We could not have left the era of 1366 by 768 fast enough.
it hung around for a while.
Who fucking thought that was a good idea?
dude. Listen, it was the style at the time, all right.
Tie an onion on your
was 720p, but meeting the minimum requirement that a lot of software used to have, which is 1024 by 768. So they needed the 768 vertical.
They could be like, hey, widescreen, technically, wink.
Yeah, it was technically HD because it was higher than 720p.
My writing computer is a laptop with the 1366 by 768 display, and I specifically call it that because it's too crappy to do anything else but run a word processor. So if I want to get some writing done, this is the computer I do it on, so I can get distracted.
It's great for having video, and you have it on the other side of the room. And it's just
there's that one that Ven posted a while ago that hit me in the fields. It's like, hey man, wake up. Can you play some music for me? Yeah, sure, man. It's like the fucking 10-year-old laptop or whatever.
All right. Yeah, I know the one you're talking. I don't remember how it went exactly, but yeah, that was.
Yeah. It was just like some dude is like, hey, wake up. You mind playing some music for me? Oh, okay,
hey, old buddy.
okay, sure. Yeah.
All right. Recordings are live. Yes. Let's do a thing. My current laptop, dude. I guess I do need to go get that Dell and fire it up. I think it might be 4x3 too. Oh. It's on top of another laptop too, which I assume is mine because I've had it for years.
Like
it is now.
There's like a sticker on it's like property of Saddam Hussein.
No, hi NSA. It could be one of those like somebody's like, here, can you fix this? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, sure. I'll when I get to it. And then he never got to it.
Do you want to come get your laptop back? Hello?
The number you're trying to reach is disconnected. Please make a note of it.
Oh, cool. We got somebody to ban. Make sure you remember to report it.
We do.
Yeah. You're not sorry for bothering us at all.
Twitch is getting good at that too, man. Like, usually like 4-hour turnaround time. You'll get the email like, we've actioned.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I don't want to do is like set it for like because like to type in chat you got to watch for a couple of minutes and you also got to have a verified email. I don't want to do the phone verify. That's too much fucking hassle because I understand if you don't want to give Twitch your phone digits, right?
You guys have phones, right?
Right. Well, I even know for a fact it doesn't want my
the Google Voice
one, and it was like I'm like. That's all anybody gets on me.
The number of things that like require you to pay like an actual service provider for like a phone number is kind of ridiculous.
I already paid my fucking mobile bill on top of that. Like I paid for Grand Central before it was Google. Like I don't even know the phone number that's attached to. I just know that the phone fucking rings.
Yeah, like all these Sims or whatever, they have a phone number associated with them.
Like, all right.
Fuck it is, yeah.
Fucking rings. That's it. All right.
I remember digging through the settings of like the LTE modem I was using in Finland, and I was like, oh, I guess this is the phone number of this fucking thing. If I ever wanted to call it, I guess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's
raise the roof, children. Raise it.
And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly. The show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Old Man Vin, here in our beautiful downtown Athens studio, switching the bits, driving the nightmare train that is Linux Gamecast Weekly, joined every week by the man up north, where it's starting to get just a little warm. Just a little warm.
No, it's trying, and then it's like no,
thinking
cold,
about
cold,
heating up. We're talking about the
cold
frigid, barren wasteland, which is Canada. And the man who's excited for it to rain, well, he's in the right place because he wants to test his latest hand warming lotion. Pedro Mateus, and together with you, Shadow Realm Dynamic, helping us form Cocaine Voltron. 2 canes, baby. All the way down. Playing with a bunch of stuff. If you are keeping an eye over on Interfacing Linux, I have a thread of like all the shit I buy for potential ideas of like, I might do a video on this, might do a guide on that. And I've talked about it. I don't know if I've talked about it on the show, but the HP Elite Desk, right? You've probably seen them. And for a long time, they were like Core i3s and crap like that. They're the little 1 liter, little tiny, like I was always fascinated. I'm like, there's a computer in there? And an x86 computer that had my interest, but I'm like, that's too wimpy. Then about 4 years ago, they started dropping Ryzen's in them, or Epic. Yeah, not Epic, Ryzen's. Brain.
Yeah, no, the 24 core 1 liter.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's go. They actually make that motherboard though for embedded systems. It exists.
Of course they do, because why not? Yeah.
So socket AM4, like legit 2400 GE with like changeable RAM and NVMe drives on them. I'm like, that's neat. It's $700. Get wrecked. Fast forward 4 years. Good old socket AM4. These things, I don't know why, but somebody's just dumped a boatload of these things. They're all over eBay. They're all over Amazon. They're used. You can get them refurbed. 8 gigs of RAM, NVMe drive in them, 2400 GE with Vega integrated graphics for $100.
Pretty decent.
I want to see what you can and cannot get up to. Tune into the pre super shows where we find out one thing it's not good at so far.
My ass, apparently.
Yeah.
Video encoding and decoding and sending the audio back without dropping. I'm really stressing these boxes too, man, because like with the virtual webcam and NDI coming in both ways, and like there might be some room to play around with it. But yeah, I just want to see if I can get like a little box set up. I've already got Linux on it, and there's a couple of steps to it. I want to see what it works, what doesn't. And then I found out that you can buy a video card for it. But I'm trying not to mess with that right now because it also requires a different power supply. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled. If you see one, maybe consider pick it up. There's some other stuff that you're going to want to buy in addition, though. Consider that $100 is your starter kit. There's a couple of quality of life things that you absolutely need to do before and I think it's a good idea because people talk about the first thing I won't compare it to a Raspberry Pi 4. You're thinking, yeah, performance per watt though, right? That's the one thing the Raspberry Pi 4 just decimates it on. But what is the performance per pain in the ass?
the time to get started. Yeah.
to get something up and running. You're like, oh, I want to run Steam. Let's race. See how long it takes you to get up and running on that.
Deal with facts on
box 86 right, or something. No,
I'm sorry. I just typed in apt install. I'm done. I'm already playing game. You guys, how you doing over there? So yeah, and of course I'll put some furry marks on it too, and just to torture test it because the donut demands hardware porn. That'll be it. Jordan, have you come up with any new cardiovascular tips and tricks for us this week?
No, unfortunately, I had to go plumb the YouTube comments to like understand how my heart and lungs work. But I now have come to new realizations, and am now in the enlightened state, or at least that's what the fatigue toxins in my brain
What
are
you're
telling
saying
me.
is you've taken up smoking.
More.
More.
Yeah.
Well,
Could you ever imagine going back to like smoking a cigarette?
You know what? This was one of those weeks where I was
Really?
like, man,
Oh.
I regret quitting smoking cigarettes. I really want to just give myself cancer right now.
Dude, like one of those like things in Athens is it is a novelty to walk by somebody on the street smoking like an analog. Like the smell, and I'm like, wait a minute, I remember that.
One of the neighbors here, she smokes, and she goes like out in the front door, and she smokes there. And I was messing with the car, and as soon as she lit it up, I was like,
well, so it's like I like the last time I had a smoke was like when like you can just buy joints in Canada, right? Like
Right.
I was walking down the street and smoking a joint downtown, and it was great. I didn't have to give it a second thought. But I don't know. I smoked too much weed now. I lost my point.
All right, fair enough. Pedro Mateus, the car shoe shine. He has the coolest shoe shine because it burns your hands.
yes, it's a
doesn't burn your
mild
feet.
solvent, as it turns out. So after you get it into your hands for a few minutes, it starts to burn.
I just
a
want to
little
imagine
bit.
that you put it there and you're like, do it, do it.
No, I put it on the little foam applicator.
What's it taste like?
No, it's like the fucking scene in Fight Club with the acid.
No.
I put it on the foam applicator and I squished it in and I applied it to all the things that needed applying. And then I was looking around the car. It's like, yeah, no, the rear end looks really nice. The bezels.
I bet
around
it
the wing
does.
mirrors
I bet it
probably
does.
Going to need, yes, it does have a nice ass. But I started to notice my fingers feel really hot. I grabbed the thing and I read like the bottom warning contains solvent. Okay, cool.
Mushroom.
I should go wash my hand.
We need to simplify this, man, because Pedro, we were talking about that in the Pre Super Shows, and then I was like, I want to have a product where it has it just says, contains ingredients. Shrug emoji. It'll be dope. It would be just like
it's the mystery can, right? Like, yeah,
dude. We're gonna branch out. We're gonna have canned horse, right?
Well, I mean, perhaps, but you won't know what's in the can because there's no label. Just like the goop lying on the floor. It's the Steam We got there. I figured it out.
All right.
The Steam beta, on the other hand, they're still in the process of figuring out some UI scaling stuff, but they have some fixes out, including some better handling for Nintendo Switch controller buttons. There are some Steam cloud fixes as well, where they weren't syncing some files. There was at least one case where Steam for Linux attempted to launch a Windows game without Proton, so that is fixed as well. Also, you got to fix that store behavior on Linux where like nothing on the store page actually renders, because the whole point of this is to get the money out of the Linux users' wallets. But yeah, the new update gets rolled out, and yeah. So we all, I guess we tried out the new UI scaling, and it's certainly better than the old Manovision that it used to be. It's still a little large though.
It was kind of wild, man. It was like the second thing I saw there, because like the default 4K, we were like, oh, that's neat. They finally put a scaling option, because it used to be brutal on it. Yeah, like and then getting at the targets and all that. And we clicked it. Everyone's first reaction was like, not blind, homie.
Right. This is the large print section
right,
of the library.
It's comically large. Everybody knows what I'm talking about if you've clicked on that. Well, they've dialed that down to almost 125%, which is the right amount of percent. And it's at 150. That is like, no, we think everybody is blind.
not as blind as before, but still pretty blind.
Dude, another neat thing that they've done with this is they've swapped I might have accidentally swapped A and B buttons when using the Nintendo GameCube controller, so apparently you weren't crazy this whole time. You're like, wait, when did I do this? How did this happen? And good news, everybody, better streaming performance for AMD cards.
Gotta stream that deck, boy.
Do you think there's like a hardcore, leave me a comment on the video if you regularly use remote play together, because we've tried, man. Just don't find it to be a great experience. Do I speak for all three of us, or whatever you like? Fuck off. No, it's awesome. I use it all the time.
No, I'm not a big fan of the remote play. The remote play together. Remote play I've used occasionally, the odd time.
The
and
in-home
it's
streaming
okay.
makes sense.
Okay, remote play together is what I'm on about.
Yeah. No, but for the actual multiplayer stuff,
Yeah.
I think I've tried it maybe 1 or 2 times outside of this podcast,
Right.
and it's never great. It really isn't.
Yeah, there's always something, and the latency is very, very noticeable. So yeah. The thing that the first one that jumped out at me was the fix the slow startup on busy systems. Tell
What?
me more. I too would like to pull performance out of the ether on occasion.
Magic.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That sounds like somebody went, oopsie, let me fix it. Right.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're requesting a little bit too much memory here. We don't need this.
Why is there fucking wait?
Yeah. The
sleep.
second one was the Steam input, like the very first one. They now have a new configurator option that allows you to straight up swap the left and right analog sticks, trackpads, on the Steam Deck and on Steam controller, to just swap them with one another, so that if you're, say,
left-handed mode.
Yes, it makes a lot of sense. Which, I've actually used that on the Steam Deck quite extensively, because I used to do that. I changed movement to be on the right analog stick and look to be on the left, because hey, left-handed.
how big of a mind screw is it though? Because like I'm just thinking of like a game that has like Xbox prompts, and you're using a PlayStation controller, and you have to like, okay, press X. Okay, no, that means I gotta press like square or whatever. How does that translate to I gotta now press left on the D-pad because that's what the new button is?
Oh,
It doesn't swap that specifically.
Oh, okay.
You can
I thought it
set
went like
that
full on mirror mode, because that would like extra fuck you up, wouldn't it? Like,
dude, I was
you
thinking
can
like how.
set that up if you want, but it doesn't swap the face buttons and the D-pad. It's just the trackpads and the analog sticks.
When are we going to get the first controller with OLED buttons?
I'm sure Razer is working on
We
it.
just make them say whatever we want.
Yeah, Razer made the laptops with
Yeah, like, you
little
know, A,
screens
B,
on there.
C, D, whatever. You can just make it all nipples.
Well, there was the full-on keyboard that had like each key was like a little LED screen that you
Yeah,
could,
that was a Razer Blade.
yeah.
Dude, and I'm sure it will be $400.
I'm sure it will be $400 and sold out day one.
Yes. SteamOS 3.6, Calabra.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Ludovico?
Ludovico. It's
Yeah.
the Vigo the Carpathian.
Denitis sent over an email, and it was like, hey, I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know, like, we did a thing, it's pretty cool. And I'm like, well, shit, let's talk about it on the show.
And here it is. Yeah, no, apparently, as he describes, it was single Threadville running updates on the Steam Deck. He goes into a little bit of detail of how the atomic image system works, because the image that you're currently running, even if you've unlocked the file system and you've made changes, some things will always get changed if there's a major version update that comes with a new atomic image that gets replaced once you reboot. That atomic image is what's being updated when you run the updates, and then once you reboot, it loads the new one. So there's some detail on the thing if you've never toyed with Endless OS or the Fedora. What's the Fedora one called? Silverblue, that's the one. And it apparently running all of those transactions from the download to the actual hashing the current image and putting the updates on the new image, it was all single thread all the way down. So it is much better now if you like to live the dangerous life and you want to see the new improvements that they've introduced. It's in the preview channel. You can have a look.
Yeah, so one of the perils of working in open source is sometimes your upstream dependency fucks off and decides to go and raise chickens or somewhere on a farm. And this was part of the reason why this blog post came up, because they were using a utility called CA-Sync to handle some of these operations, and that was single threaded. And they were debating whether or not should we write our own solution, should we change stuff up, or what. They did find this project Desync, which is in most cases a drop-in replacement for CA-Sync. Did not cover all of the use cases that these guys required, but they sent some upstream patches because Collabora is literally an open source accelerator, and their whole point is to throw money at the open source problem.
Right.
So
the three of us would have been like, that almost does everything I need. Let's continue searching.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But they're like, oh, you know what, we'll just finish it off. And they did. And so now we get some faster system updates.
And when we talk about
nice.
faster, man, this is not small, man. You're looking at 30 to 50% faster system updates with this brand new sparkly hairdo, lacquerty, cowboy boot, desync, and failed system updates. This is kind of big. Previously, on your deck, if that fucked up like halfway through, do it all again. Start from step one. Now, it's going to have enough smarts to go, you were here. Okay, I'll resume the download from here. And
that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you got like bad Wi-Fi or bad connection. You're like, do you remember those days where you'd be like 98% done and somebody'd pick up the phone?
well, and even it's like, oh, I gotta like, I want to play a game on my Steam Deck. There's an update pending. Might as well apply it. And then you're just like, oh, well, now I'm waiting like 20 minutes for the fucking thing to re-download again.
Now we just need automatic updates, ads. We need some ads on there, and you need to just
spoilers.
Oh.
We're not there yet. We're
Okay.
not there yet.
All right, fine. SteamOS, Android, Waydroid. Pedro put this in the show notes. I don't know what it is.
It is. It's a teeny tiny little script made by a YouTuber apparently, but it is very nice because if you've ever played with Waydroid, that's basically the Wayland Android container that just runs its own little CH-rooted version of Android off of whatever kernel you happen to be running on your desktop distro, and it gives you pretty good Android performance right then and there. And one of the things about the Steam Deck is being able to play all the video games that people want, including, maybe, who knows, Roblox. And since the desktop version of Roblox doesn't work anymore, well, people have decided to let's just get the Android version of Roblox up and running.
So I just want to point this out because I find it very humorous. The document, the README here, calls out 3 specific enhancements that they make to make Roblox work. But in that screenshot of play all the Android games, there is no mention of Roblox. And I wonder if that is to like not flag yourself to the Roblox folks to be like, hey, maybe you should just like shut us down.
I think it's more of a date thing because that screenshot has been there for a while, and Roblox started working on May 1st only. So it might just be a date thing. But yeah, no, the script does a bunch of things other than setting up Waydroid. If you've ever set it up yourself, you know that there's a little bit of a step after you load the Google apps, or if you install it right out of the box with the Google apps. You need to add that device as a custom device to your Google developer account. Otherwise, it's just going to keep sending errors to say this is not a registered device, it's not valid, blah, blah, blah. So you have that little bit to do, and this takes care of that for you. It also sets up the ARM emulation bits. So if you have games that are only available for the ARM version of Android,
ARMdroid.
Yes.
you can play those games on the Steam Deck or on Linux. It works. And yeah, no, I very much like Waydroid, and this very good job. It's a nice script.
I was digging around on the GitHub, man, and like there's an open thing like improving performance, because like all out of everything Pedro just said, the only thing the vast majority of people heard like Roblox? Roblox, huh? It's popping up. So yeah, apparently it does work. No, they're working on improving that experience for you. If that is your current crippling addiction, and you've been forced to, you know what? At that point, if I was at the point of running, Android games, I just like, you know what? We're just going to spool up Windows.
I also gotta wonder. It's like how long until Roblox nixes this one as well? Because we're not allowed to have nice things.
You know,
even if those nice things are child labor.
Probably looked at it, dude. Probably looked at it, and they were like, "That's too much work." Whatever. There's like 12 people fucking with it.
Yeah.
Once they start botting and impacting Roblox's bottom line, then they'll start looking at it.
You know, if they're legitimate about like, hey man, like hacking and all this other shit attacks, like, yeah, they're probably not even going to bother with us because like it's the Android version.
Yeah, it's the Android version. Are they really going to start fucking with the Android version to try and curb the people running Lineage OS on their x86 desktop Linux?
You never know.
What I'm saying is this is enough of an edge case that maybe you give that to the fucking intern.
And then they can fuck it up.
Right. Let them play around with it. Who remembers this big push a couple of years ago? VR was going to be everywhere. They were going to be great. It was the second coming or third coming, I don't know, of getting faced fucked by toasters. It started in the 90s. And then we had like a little Oculus type thingy, you know, we're like, oh, it's going to be neat. Open source and Facebook buddy. I'm like, well, there goes that one. Then Valve shows up to the fucking party and they're like, hey, we got this thing called, I don't remember what it was called.
It was the Vive.
The Vive, the first one.
HTC Vive.
We're going to make it. We put some lighthouses in your room. People lost their collective shit. And I thought that was a good time. I'm like, a bunch of people just spent a lot of money to find out that the shit sucks. And they did. However, that has not stopped Valve from working on Steam VR. It's still a thing. It's still Windows only. But if we scroll down to this latest update in 2.5, they're doing Linux fixes. It's like somebody at Valve remember, like, hey, right, we do Linux things. Yeah, the Steam Deck. Oh, right, we should probably, maybe, I don't know. So they've updated SDL. They fixed the Steam VR home launch script. Apparently there was an issue with random colors appearing. Just on the right eye, just on the right eye.
I'm just imagining like the scene from like 2001: A Space Odyssey, where you're just like you have your toaster on, and you're like, I can see through time.
Oh man,
that's the thing. Like the weird colored pixels that you get sometimes when something is not really full screen, but almost, and there's like just the row of single pixels on the right side. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening there. The thing is the very first one on the Linux. It's just add support for direct mode IVR drivers on Linux. Finally, I might actually need to get the Quest 2 back again.
How far away are we from being? When's VR gonna die this time? Like, you know what? I was gonna like do a thing. I'm like, no, let's just be honest with the audience. When is it gonna die again this time? Because it's pretty much on life support right now.
How long did it take for 3D TVs to die?
That was a weekend, maybe a year. About a year.
Yeah. Okay. So VR has kind of outlived that. I think.
Can it get cheap enough to? Because that's the only way it rock and rolls. Like Facebook, not a fan of them, but they're going in the right direction. They're getting it ground down to, you know, a $300.
I think people are in love with the idea of VR, so I think people are going to continue to try to make it a thing.
Am I right saying this? That they are a lot of us are in love with the idea of going over to your friend's house that has all this bullshit set up,
right? And that's it, right? Like there's the cost requirements, there's the space requirements. Added onto the cost requirements is like the computing requirements. You need to have a machine that's good enough,
right?
To,
especially if you want to play with a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, like, but again, like VR is very, very inconvenient. It turns out that using your computer with a keyboard and a mouse is pretty efficient, and like trying to map everything onto some pseudo virtual environment doesn't really work. It's cool for like a novelty thing, but when you actually want to do something, it doesn't quite do it. I want to know when I can get my Star Trek VR game where I can get Riker pregnant on the holodeck. That's when I will call VR here.
Oh, it's already a mod to Beat Saber.
It's Bridge Commander.
No, I didn't stutter. It's Beat Saber.
Oh yeah, it's a different kind of saber, right? Yeah.
I don't know. The VR craze is played out exactly like I think a lot of us said that's not going to work. People don't like wearing shit on their heads. I've been saying that this entire time. It wasn't a revelation, I don't think, but man, a lot of people bought the fuck into it, man.
I think people were captured by like the fiction of VR. And like, again, once the rubber hits the road, you realize it does just kind of suck. It's like a worse version of using your computer.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
When it gets to that like little low cost device that you can pop in, like pop on and be done with it and play around and fuck around. Like we're still working on like resolution, screen door effects, people still getting yacky because they can't handle fucking Taco Bell. And,
I noticed that I don't get very motion sick, but the blurriness, everything is so fucking blurry because it keeps adjusting the resolution on the fly to try and maintain the 90 hertz. It's like
the other thing that gets me is like VR seems like a really shit solution for games. It's a really good solution for like training or hazardous like jobs that require like you to like have some level of context of presence in place.
I want one of those for like retail employment where they're like doing like the basic ingestion and you're sitting there and they're like, oh, the customer was like said whatever, and like there's just a knife.
Yeah.
It's a pass fail.
Yeah. No, but like, yeah, I think they're trying to put it into entertainment, and it's like it's a better tool for other things.
It's too much shit. It's got to get simplified. But hey, Valve, thanks for fixing Linux stuff because some people bought this shit and like OpenXR, it's thing. It's going to get there. It's going to get there. I think there's enough traction where there's enough people still fucking around with it to where we will get that product that is viable. But it's just, you know, it was less.
Is it going to cost like $1,500 though? Or
yeah, that's going to be the thing. It had that adoption. I remember when I said it was going to get roughly the same adoption as people with full racing setups. You know, the pedals, the shifter, the wheel, and all that. It's about there. Why? Because this shit's expensive. So, good job.
It requires space.
That's another problem, right? Yeah. And then you think about it and you're like, I'd rather be fucked out on my couch, like laying down, playing a video game, like relaxing. I don't know. Anyway.
Sitting on your big butt.
Big old honking butts. 2 new games to talk about this week. And the first one is about Viking helmets.
Bobby.
the Viking helmet and not much of anything else in terms of clothing. It's Big Butt Bobby. And they describe it as a fun 2D platformer within a grotesque fantasy world that satisfies both casual players
just
and those looking
your
to
enemies.
challenge themselves. So it probably has a lot of hidden stuff, Metroidvania style. The thing that I noticed was he's got his little doodle out.
Yeah, I wanted to be charitable. I wanted to be like, no, it's like an Audi belly button or some shit. No, it's like no.
There's a mature content warning at the bottom of the Steam page that reads: "Main character have no pants, and simplified depiction of his private parts is visible."
Hey, there's a demo. You can go check it out for yourself. You'd be like, wait a minute.
Yeah. It is very much aping that like Domix Odd Ones Out like YouTube cartoon style from like
I had to look at it. I was like, did Noodle do the character design? No, it's just generic character.
Yeah. As long as you got a Sandy Bridge, 4 gigajoules of RAM, and 5 gigs of space, man, go check it out. There's a demo. Download it. Play around. Requires the third-party EULA. Big Butt Bobby is sporting its own. What the hell?
What is it? Let's read through it.
Right, I'm trying to get to it. Man.
We own all your soul.
It's just like a generic one.
Streaming
non-profit fan works.
GDPR, yeah.
Fan fiction based on a disclaimer warrant. I don't know. I don't know. GDPR.
Interesting. We will sell your data. We will sell it to a creepy little man with no pants.
So exciting. It's a thing. Let's just move on from that. What do we got up next? Oh,
you got to run it on GNOME or you're going to die.
How about I just realized that there's a portal in the logo between the two. So maybe that was intentional. It was
mayhaps
unforgiving and mind-bending precision platformer. Everything Pedro hates in a game. But I, on the other hand, love me some precision platforming. And this one has like a level rotate feature mechanic. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a little different in this type of game. You know, you think like Celeste with your character jumping around. Now imagine if the entire level rotated around Celeste and it changed things up. Now throw in
And yet
probably
it
why
moves.
there's a portal in there. It maintains your momentum. Oh, it's like Portal without portals, but it does the portal thing where you jump and you spin instead of going up, you'll be going down.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not playing this game.
Fuck, come on, man. Like Super Meat Portal.
And yet it moves,
Celeste.
meets Celeste, meets Portal, yeah.
Yeah, like this is a smorgasbord of like rage quit.
Yeah. No, fuck that shit. Yeah, throwing some VVVVV and some Meat Boy in there. Yeah, no, screw that shit.
Dude, $9.99. I might actually just pick this up, man. Yeah, I'm down.
I scrolled down to the system requirements, and under Linux, there's a bit of a diatribe involving running this only on GNOME with X. Only use it.
Where is it? Oh yeah, right. No desktop environment.
Oh, they do say other configuration and user environment as provided by default with the supported distribution, kernel, composer, etc. So I guess they're covering their butts on the Steam Deck.
Hey, look,
because
people got it for free or very happy with it.
GameScope, which is Wayland.
Purchase type. Steam purchases 40. All right.
Intriguing visuals stay for the challenging gameplay.
Frustrating
mechanics.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's like a fuck you hard light.
Yeah, no, I can absolutely see the precision
Meat Boy with
platform
portals,
bits.
All right.
It has a grappling hook.
All right. Good game. $9.99. I'm struggling.
Good.
We'll talk about the latest Humble Bundle a bit later in the show, but like stuff like this is what I'm looking for. Like something I can pick up, fuck around with 5-10 minutes, save, come back to it a bit later. That's not the only game update we got. I swear. We got Did they give us a video for this? Oh, we didn't get a video. Usually
we can just splice in sexual harassment. Panda.
Yeah, there's a GIF. The game from the creators that are like, hey, this is our last update. For real, you guys. Like totally for real.
It was the last update in 2019.
No. It was 2021, I think.
We did cover it. They're like, yeah, no, we're pushing out these new levels, done. And that's it. That's it. Yeah, and
we're talking about Ultimate Chicken Horse, and they're like, we had a good run. Like the game is baked. We're going to move on to different projects. This is like a fourth update after that, which I respect. You know, I'm not giving you a hard time. This is another content drop, and we get a panda. Mm-hmm. A panda, 2 new outfits, 2 new levels, and 4 skins.
If you say so.
4 skins. It says 4 skins right there.
Yeah, 4 of them.
4 skins.
Brown bear, polar bear, black bear, and blue bear.
Yeah, that's 4 skins, Pedro. What the fuck are you on about, man? Weirdo.
Yeah, two new levels, 2 new outfits, and some new tracks. And yeah, you got this creepy little panda man.
That's one of the panda's 4 skins.
Panda, yes.
Yeah, that's one of the skins. That's one of the 4 skins of the 5 dudes.
Look, there's 4 skins. Like there's 4 different 4 skins. Show title.
4 different foreskins. Look, with our special guest star Piper Perry.
Oh, dude, look at this bullshit mechanic. Toxic tower.
One of the new levels has like this toxic sludge thing. It's like toxic tower is the new one. They keep. I have
That's
to
a bit of a
imagine
swing, isn't it? Like Viking Postman.
A Viking Postman, yeah. You know what? I'd play that game. I don't know. Like, I'd imagine, is this just like one person on the team who's like, I can't get this out of my head. I got some new ideas, or I don't know. So someone got the itch.
I mean, we're still getting like fixes, man. Like Twitch chat and all this. Do you think maybe this one never absolutely blew the hell up? It got a little bit of traction back in the day.
Well, back during the initial Kickstarter, but yeah, like, and this seems like something that would like be great for streamers because, like, yeah, you just keep going and.
Do you see something like this? You know, it's sold okay. How many? What's user reviews look like on this? Just to get an idea, just to take that look. 30,000 overwhelmingly positive. Oh, they've done all right. They sold a couple of copies. Now I understand that's fucking rookie numbers in the grand scheme of things, but. Do you think, like, we're done, we need to move on. Then a game like Lethal Company comes on out of nowhere and just starts printing the fuck out of some money. And you're like, maybe we just need to keep this one a little relevant just in fucking case, man. just make sure we're still out there and we're alive. We don't want to abandon it.
That there's something to be said about not getting that bad press, but the initial, it was never that big. Yes, there were a bunch of YouTubers, and I remember watching Dodger, and because they did the co-optional. It wasn't the podcast. It was like an event where they had a bunch of people all in a studio.
Sure,
together.
and then people were playing it, but like
yeah, and yeah, but it was never like massively huge. So I'm actually impressed that they got 30,000 reviews. So very good.
I've seen it's big enough where I've seen random streamers fucking play it. Like it's like their D-list. Like, hey, we're looking for something to play. I'm all out of ideas. Let's go play this. So, hey, thanks for keeping it updating. Add 8 players. Yeah. There's
more chaos. Yeah,
you want it.
Let us unlock characters without having to play the game by ourselves.
Geofence that feature for everybody. Let us do it. Just block out Cambridge. I'll give you the IP address block.
Just not Pedro.
Just not Pedro.
Do a check on the Steam username. All right, we got to talk about big domes.
I like big domes, dude. I think we all like surprisingly because like we were sitting there like another Pexel. I'm like shit, that wasn't fun.
Yeah, I know. And then you get into it, and you're like, oh man, there's a timer. Oh god, I'm moving so slow. I gotta drop shit.
Like I better uninstall this fucking game.
Yeah, and then it clicks with you. Yeah, Dome Keeper was definitely one of those ones that's like, yeah, you wouldn't think it is as fun as it is, but these guys they pulled it out, and they got a big old chunky update as well. They're moving from Godot 3 to Godot 4, so that brings a bunch of fixes and stability and new instability to the thing, as what happens when you switch engines. They fixed up a couple of the dome types. Now that they have a bunch of player data, they learned that the Tesla Dome was maybe a little too powerful, so they nerfed that. They added a couple new gadgets, some friends that can help you carry items and help you fight as well. They added some new upgrades, as well as revamping and adding some new stuff to the existing tech trees. And yeah, they're keeping on pushing out the updates. They added guild assignments, which are like challenge modes. They'll give you like specific restrictions of how you can play the game. There was always the ability to do like custom modes for this, but this is like, hey, we have some pretty big challenges for you. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. Big update.
Yeah, they've introduced new monsters, and one of them is the Tormentor. They have the GIF of like the monster like attacking the dome, and I'm looking at that animation when he starts like putting out the stream, it's desperate for a piss, and just like going,
yeah, that's me when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, just
nah, dude, I'm just hearing like special beam.
That's me in the morning when I pee. I go into the toilet and I scream
at the top of my lungs.
Wakes everyone up. If they're not up by then, they are now.
I'm glad that this has gotten like modest success because it's a really fun mechanic. It really plays
it got
on
a bunch of awards too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It hits you right. It hits you right in the greeds.
Yes.
Because you're trying to get up and you try to get too much shit. You know, you're the chipmunk with so many foreskins in its mouth, and you don't have enough speed to get up to protect your dome. Oh,
yeah. You hear the damage and you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to repair that.
That's rough.
I genuinely, my precious upgrades. Like the limited time of going down and then having to come back up, it was just going to be annoying, but it works.
It works.
Yeah, it is a very good push your luck style of game. You're like, can I get a little bit more? Little bit.
It's base building for just like evil people, man. The mechanic is just dark. All right, that's going to do it for the main stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. It's been a while since we've talked about our old friend Humble and the bundles, but there's a Metroidvania Mania game bundle out. And you too.
Mania?
Hey, it's got 2 Linux titles in it. There's a link with a referral code if you want to give us a couple of pennies. It's got 2 Linux titles, native Linux titles in it, that being Axiom Verge and Axiom Verge 2, which is not Axiom Verge 1. By the way. Upset about that, but you get 9 Years of Shadow, Cookie Cutter, Ghost Song, Death Gambit, The Night's Watch, and again Axiom Verge 1 and Axiom Verge 2. Oh, you get all that for $14, which isn't bad at all. I had a good time. I went through the list and played what I wanted to play. Give it a look. Axiom Verge 1's great. They made a sequel. And 9 Years of Shadow was pretty good. I like that. Strider's a big fan of that. You know, that nutter who does the Lutris thing. He's like, that's so great. I'm like, I see where it's going with that. The one that caught me off guard was Cookie Cutter. Have you ever heard of Cookie Cutter?
I have not. No.
No.
No. I'm like, what's a Cookie Cutter? Is there a link to the Steam store page here? Play on Windows. How do I get to it? Do I just go to Cookie Cutter on Steam?
Yeah,
I
I think
guess
you're just
so.
gonna have to look that up.
All right.
Redeem on Steam.
Yeah.
Denzel.
It got me because it had a cyborg with the spade tattoo flipping me off. I'm like, what the hell's going on? This is fucking metal, dude. Like, it is, yeah.
Okay, you got a motorcycle, you got a ray gun.
Doom beams, different mechanics. Yeah. Yeah.
Choke that worm fucker. Yeah, okay.
100%. Never heard of it. Apparently nobody else has either. This came out last year. 2023, right at the end of it. It's only got like 427 positive reviews. Good time with it. Can't recommend this one enough. Now, it could turn into absolute shit later on. I only got like maybe 2 hours into it. But if you're somebody who likes a Metroidvania, it's got to hit you quick for me. There's no like the third episode bullshit with Metroidvanias. And I'm like, no, give it an hour. I'm like, no. And this one just like hit me right off the get. Good opening, strong opening, emphasis on combat, you know? Good thing with juggling. Really happy. I liked it. Now, if you want to go check that out, like $14, and there's like a $1 option to get you at least like Axiom Verge 1. If you haven't played that, do yourself a favor. That's another hipster pixel game that I had no expectations for. And just got sucked into that. I didn't do anything but play Axiom Verge for 2 days straight until I beat the damn thing. Yeah, Humble Metro Bundle. Go try it out. And Pedro, I looked at Death's Gambit, and I'm like, that looks like a Pedro game. And I played it, and I'm like, this feels like a Pedro game.
I have Death's Gambit. I just haven't played it yet.
All right.
That's the one game of that bundle that I already have.
Okay.
But yeah, it is very much the combat's a lot more fluid.
It is
active.
ish. I was like, I was feeling like this is slow enough for Pedro.
Yeah, no, it's not fast. It's just very active. You have
It's
to be
beautiful.
on the ball.
It's gorgeous pixel art to like look at, because the only reason I looked at it was because I said I was going to try all of them, and very Symphony of the Night-ish
Mhm.
as far as stuff put together. Also, thank you for the pledge of $1 in.
Thank you very much, Zin.
Yay! All right,
Hey, yo.
let's talk about some good news that involves Nintendo. Why?
Hey,
Because it
listen.
doesn't involve Nintendo.
Yes.
Zelda 64 recompiled. Ooh, yes. Why are we talking about that? I've heard about it. Version 1.0 is out, bitches. It's ready to get masked. This is a static recompilation of Majora's Mask. It's a native port, runs on Linux. You can download the binary. That is awesome. New features. You got widescreen, you got gyro aim, autosave, Steam Deck support. Pretty dope. And don't worry. The better Zelda game is in the works. So you can play that while you're waiting on the good Zelda game. Download is available right on the GitHub page. Now, I wasn't even a fan of Majora's Mask. I played around with it for a little bit on the N64. Hardware, official hardware. Yes, Nintendo, stay away. And I was like, yeah, not really my thing. And I might go back and try this, because I always like when they redo this. High frame rates, you can do 60, 120 and all that, and you get the widescreen. And they were very careful, like, we maintained all the effects, so don't worry about that. Oh, but you do need the original game assets, so you're going to have to go to Nintendo.com, go to the shop, log in with your Nintendo account, and download the officially licensed N64 Majora's Mask ROM for $9.99.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be fucking amazing if that existed?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Do they not have Majora's Mask on Virtual Console? I'm sure.
Dude, I don't know. I'm sure. Not that you're going to play on your Linux
I
machine.
mean, that's
on the
just
Switch.
But
I think it was available on the Wii U.
Dude, here's the thing. Like, I'm not just saying this. I have a perfect bit of proof. Go look at my GOG.com account. I do that regularly. Like, oh, look, open source re-implementation of engine. Do I have this game? You know what? I'm old. The older you get, you tend to have more money than time. No, I'm like, I need the assets. Am I going over to Pirate Proxy or where the fuck it is? No, I'm going to type in that followed by GOG, and I'm like, it's going to be like $1.99, $3.99, maybe $9.99. And you know what? Yeah, I got 6 of these fucking CDs of this fucking game. Fuck it. I'm just going to buy it, download it, extract
Nintendo,
it,
though.
plug it into the game engine, play it for 10 minutes, never touch it again. So there's money, but Nintendo don't care. They don't have to care. And that's what's driving me up the wall. Nintendo can sit there and like, fuck you. We have so much money. We don't need to do any of this. And like, it would be so great. Because I'd pay $10 for an N64 ROM that I knew was always going to be there, that I could just go download it whenever I needed it.
That was always going to be there, yes, which has never been the case with Nintendo.
Nintendo Switch Online. You gotta buy the special Bluetooth only control that only works with your Nintendo Switch Online service and Linux now because we have kernel drivers for it.
Coming soon. The Switch Cloud. Yeah.
Well, no, it's already here. Like that's the Nintendo Switch Online stuff lets you play like the older games.
What would be your price? I'm like, I'd pay $10 for N64 ROMs. I'd pay $1.99 for. Yeah, I would just for
the game. Sure, like I think $10 is sort of like the floor of like
$10 for N64. What would you? How much is a GameCube game, Pedro, in this alternate universe?
Still $10.
A GameCube game, as I think the $10 is still fair. It would be a hard push. It would have to be something really good. Maybe Mario Kart would be 15.
What about for like a Super Nintendo game, like $5? I wouldn't pay $10 for a Super Nintendo ROM. I'd pay $5.
SNES is no, like Ven was saying, like
Nintendo ROM's gonna be 99 cents in. And hey, thanks for the Cat 4
Thank you very much.
Oh.
Person who bought
you delicious stranger.
Oh, it was Scott. Canadian, yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
You two think Scott, you're the only Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call each other up and you're like, hey man, isn't it awesome being the only?
No, it's an Agent Smith situation, right? Like there are two types of Canadians. There are Jordans and there are Scots.
Oh, that's
it.
it.
And that's it. And that's it. Yeah.
And every 11 years they go to war with each other. It's awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's where the French come from.
Yes, and we called that movie Battlefield 4. There's our transition. Let's talk about Warsaw. Not that Warsaw. The one in Poland. This is the open source server for Battlefield 4 because EA loves to kill their online multiplayer stuff, and some players take exception to that. So they have gone and written a new server in I believe it is in Rust.
I just like to take a moment to say get absolutely wrecked Reddit.
Zooming in.
make the close button bigger. But so Battlefield 4, it was
I swear to God this is backwards.
What is happening? Where am I?
If you try to zoom in, it gets smaller. Like that's wow. All right, never mind.
I've been transported into opposite land. I feel really, really violated. Anyways, yeah. So open source Battlefield 4 server. You can host it yourself. It runs in Windows in a Docker container. They have a Linux version of the server as well, and they are actually testing it on Linux as well through Wine. No Linux native version because there was no Linux native version of Battlefield 4. But hey, at least they're QAing the shit. At least they confirmed that hey, you can actually connect to our custom server from a client running in Wine or Proton, which is it's good. It means that they're actually treating Linux users seriously as like an actual serious population segment of their community.
Well, they had to have the guys like people were going to run servers. Can you imagine like having a 24/7 online web-facing Windows server?
Yeah, that
because you want your power bill to triple that month.
I just want my server to be controlled by random people on the internet. So I'm just going to expose my Windows server to the internet.
Yeah, no, I saw it will be playable on Linux at launch. I looked at the screenshots, like the top right. Rust backtrace equals full Wine 64. Don't get my hopes up like that.
I mean, it's Rust. It's Linux safe.
No, memory safe.
No, it was like the Wine 64 bit that was the relevant bit. It's like, I thought maybe someone could have cracked the Frostbite engine. And
see that would be like much bigger news, right? That would have been like, hey guys, we could just have this entire shit reverse engineered, start making games.
Like they did with the Revolt back in the day, because they just straight up broke the they decompiled or disassembled the entire game Revolt, and then they effectively recompiled it and rebuilt it for every operating system, so you can play it on the Raspberry Pi now natively. So I want that. I want to go back to the days where that could happen. We could have games just.
This is the reality we're going to end up with. Like, if you don't release dedicated servers in your code after that, don't worry, we'll do it for you. There's apparently enough of an interest in like Battlefield 4. That was like their game, you know. They want that nostalgia feels, and good. And as far as like fully reverse engineering, they do have some mentions. They're like the anti-cheat. We're going to try to improve that. I could also see that discussion going. Let's leave as much of that intact as we can, because we don't want to have to deal with like the anti-cheat for our anti-cheat. Right. Because nobody's going to fucking play it if it's just botted
just
down.
All hackers all the time. Yeah.
Right.
That is one of the gotchas of any sort of like online shooter or any online game community, right? Like,
I only
especially
cheat
if it's gonna be
offline.
competitive. Yeah.
I cheat by mail.
I cheat offline.
I cheat in my play by email Civilization games,
and I want to cheat. I'm gonna cheat.
I know. What was it? The first time I really used Steam was when I used Skyrim. Played Skyrim for the first time, and I remember enabling cheats, and they were like, "Oh, you don't get achievements." I'm like, "Fucking and."
There's no real downside, is there?
No, I am not. Like, why would you inform me of that? I don't care.
Some people care. A lot of people care. There's games dedicated to people who care about the amount of achievements they have on their account.
The main reason anyone plays the Avatar, the last Airbender game on Xbox 360, is because it is so easy to platinum that game, and people who want to have high game scores seek this game out just so they can cruise through it, just to artificially inflate their numbers.
Hey, man.
Soma was very easy to also platinum because you just had to play through.
When you're taking a break, you know, you're hitting pause, you know, you signed into the PSN network to make sure you get your trophies and achievements, and you're watching an ad because you hit, you know, your levels loading, Jordan.
Yeah, it's the future of gaming. This is an article from Tom's Hardware, and welcome to the back half of the podcast where this is what we're talking about.
Right.
Links to all this stuff in our show notes. Advertising has an opportunity to be a meaningful driver of growth for us, says Android Wilson. I'll steal that from Sterling. I think that's a solid burn. Listen, I'm not original. I just steal from funnier people than me. My name is Carlos Mencia. We're talking about ads in games, and there's been a push for increased monetization in games going forward. We talked about that report a while ago that was talking about how over 40% of game revenue is coming from premium purchases, and a not insignificant amount of that is also coming from microtransactions. And you know, see, these guys are thinking, how can we get more blood out of the stone? Why don't we serve ads in games? This is an opportunity for us to open up entirely new revenue streams. And like this is one of the first things that's happening. Roku is filing for a patent that allows them to inject ads over HDMI if they detect that your image is paused. And the article brings up, you know, some people don't want ads in the games. Some people are okay with it as long as it is non-intrusive. The issue I have with non-intrusive is that can literally mean any moment that you are not actively playing the game, there is an ad being beamed at your fucking face. And, you know, you pause that game because you just got through a really hard boss fight. You're mentally exhausted, and fucking the EA Sports is like, eat more McDonald's, and you're like, yes, I do want McDonald's. And
I'm not even torn by this. Like, first thing I wrote, dude, was like, I draw a fucking hard line on like AAA titles and shit. Like, basically games and period. And if you're gonna like show me an ad, like just a straight up damn ad, like I'm not buying your game. I'm just not. I can live without it. But EA's like talking about like, oh, we'll make them dynamic and they'll change. I'm like, well, at least we'll be able to block them if you want to play them, you know, once you get the EA title on GOG or wherever. But how about this? This is something I want. What are your thoughts on? we're not the target here because our generation's, I'm going to say in general, we're not going to put up with this shit. Like, we're just like, nah, not dealing with it. We got an entire generation that's grown up on mobile gaming. That is nothing but ads. Let's think about, even if it's like self ads, we're drilled down to it. We go play Stubble Buddies. Like, it is nothing but the funnel. Like 90% of the fucking 95% of the menu, 96, let's say what it is, 97% of that menu is designed to get you in the store.
Where the fuck is the play? Oh, there it is.
It's a Skinner box. There's so many like explosions and like jingles and shit whenever you press anything, and like
which is a damn shame because it's genuinely a good game. But they found the formula that works for them. With that generation coming up, you know, you're playing more like you're dodging ads and all that. Like, that's just part of the game to some people now. And the upcoming, like, that's just how the games are made. Every game I've ever played's been like that.
Yeah, there are some mobile games that do, okay, if you watch an ad, we'll give you some of the premium currency for free.
Mm-hmm.
Which, fair enough.
Some games just have an ad at the bottom of them. Oh,
yeah, like there's always an ad at the bottom there. Tappy chicken. But yeah, no, the way that they're describing it, it's not even non-intrusive, is they're being thoughtful about how they're introducing ads into games that have recently had their base price increased to $70. That, yeah, they're putting thought into how they can make games. Someone actually made a tappy chicken.
I didn't know. I was rolling the dice on this. I'm like, is Pedro about to say, yeah, that's what I'm talking about? Or
it's the made up one. We live in this weird reality where jokes can become real very quickly. And yeah.
I can't remember what the original name for the Tappy Chicken game was.
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
I'm assuming Tappy Chicken is, yeah.
Yeah, Tappy Chicken was like the Unreal Engine demo that they shipped. They're like, here's how you make a game with this. And you shit out an egg.
But yeah, no, this is EA. They are probably going to do something similar to what Ubisoft was shown as doing in the Assassin's Creed, which is you pause the game and ad.
Dude,
but then your TV takes over and shows you other ads. And then
Ubisoft does that shit where they're trying to sell you shit. And Assassin's Creed, when you pause and they're like, hey, go to the store and cheat.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not cheating. It's in-game premium purchases. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't bought an EA game. The last EA game I bought was Dragon Age Origins in 2009. And something tells me I'm going to keep not buying any because
I bought the Star Wars game, or somebody gave me the Star Wars game. I enjoyed it for what it was. EA's going to do some EA shit.
Thank you, person who gifted me the Star Wars game. I think it was Arthur.
I mean, it does depend on the game, though, because to come around to like Star Wars is, do I want Space Pepsi showing up in my Star Wars game? No. Like, get fucked. You know, we're not just gonna have like a Pepsi ad on the fucking, you know.
But then there's the flip side, and the article brings this up as well. And we talked about it. The American Truck Simulator ads. Yeah, we're like, hey, do you want a job actually driving a truck? Go apply. And like, yeah, and like,
and we're all cool with that.
Yeah,
even though the mechanic is in there, but given the timeline, it is just a matter of time before that is abused.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and the question is like, how will it be abused? And I think there's going to be like a lot of new and interesting technology that, no, it's not. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of new interesting technology and techniques that come out of this to try and like maximize your ad penetration and whatnot. I'm curious, like what sort of like the long-term trends of this are going to be like in games. Are we going to start having, because I think of 30 Rock where they're just like, yeah, we need to have product placement. So we're just going to like very, very blatantly lean into the fact that this is a Snapple commercial in the middle of our show for about 5 seconds. And it's like, boy, drink your ice cold Mountain Dew and follow me to fight gods. A movie that
both of us enjoy with blatant product placement throughout the entire film, Little Nicky.
Yeah.
So
like you can do it in a smart and funny way. Or are we going to start like seeing what's happening in YouTube where like we will like advertisers only want to sell advertisements in games that are advertiser friendly, and so all of a sudden the types of games that are being made are being restricted to those that are more advertiser friendly. That's a weird corporate hellscape.
Depending on how it fucking plays out. Because like even to the truck simulator thing, like yeah, if I'm driving around, GTA 11 day or whenever that comes out, yeah, you want that realism, you want like billboards and shit that you would normally see.
GTA is a really weird situation.
I want to be able to go to McDonald's
but the ads in
order
GTA
a salad
are jokes.
like some weirdo.
They're like making fun of the actual ads in real life, though. So I feel like that would be dissonance. That would be kind of dissonant, right? Like, or it would basically just be. I mean, listen, I'm not going to be the one to accuse GTA of selling out.
If you want the joke ads back, buy the ad-free pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of
and
course,
you can have your jokes back.
No. It's the season pass. It's the season pass that gets rid of all.
Everything's going back to like cable. We were talking about that in the pre superstores, and like when cable and even satellite TV when it first launched, it was ad free. They're like, hey, this is what you're paying.
Prime Video.
This is what you're paying the fucking premium for. No ads, and then ads are that sounds like a foreign concept. We're talking 40 fucking years ago. Like more like 30 something with DirecTV. DirecTV was like you just bought it and you were good, and now you just accept it. YouTube didn't have ads now, and then what Jordan said, I'm paying for. I know I got Amazon Prime to have Amazon Prime. The video thing came much later, and I'm like, oh, that's neat. But now we got to deal with ads unless you want to get more money. Get fucked. I'm not. But here's what I think we're going to see.
Netflix already has that tier as well.
Yeah. With this, like with everything else, there's going to be patches where you're going to have to download an unofficial whatever to remove the ads, and that's going to be another part of a very annoying life to lead.
Except now these games are going to be always online with the kernel level anti-cheat that if you start running software that disables the ads, will just disable your account.
That's the big one, because you used to have clever games that you could have a team of people organically integrating the ads into the game and making it a part of the thing and non-intrusive and actually look like they fit into the content that they're being delivered through. But this is the same AAA industry, this is the same Electronic Arts that decides to just kill games and kill studios for no fucking reason. They release games in broken-ass states. They charge
are we talking about EA or
$70
Microsoft?
for a game that is now more incomplete than it would have been back in the day.
It's a category of like releases busted games, period. But
that's the thing. That is the industry that they want to slam more hostile.
That's the AAA industry. EA doesn't get any special like hugs for that.
Let's talk about Microsoft and what they did this week.
This is an industry thing. These are the companies that are releasing broken ass software with intrusive end user license agreements and ring zero spyware effectively.
What about what was it? Bomb Rush?
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. That entire team got nixed by Microsoft earlier this week.
Yeah, they're like, we want more games like Hi-Fi Rush, but not these ones.
Well, yeah, what they meant to, like, I think it was like comma that also sell well.
It sold pretty well though.
No, well
Hi-Fi
enough.
Rush sold reasonably well. It didn't
why did
sell
it sell
as
well?
much as
Because it was on Game
Bethesda
Pass. That's why I've already looked it up. Spoilers.
Yeah, that is a victim of the Bethesda unreal expectations that has been mounting for a while, and probably the reason that
also it was a stealth launch.
Yeah, they kind of just dropped it. But yeah, that's the thing. They dropped it, but everyone kind of picked up on it because, hey, there's a new game published by Bethesda that we didn't know was coming. So, but yeah. When Starfield kind of didn't deliver on the amount of sales that they were probably expecting, Microsoft came to collect, and Bethesda went, "We'll just fire them and give you that money."
But and again, like whose fault is that? If you don't actively promote your game that you're publishing, and you put it in a store that does not actually have direct sales, and then you wonder, why didn't I make my money back? Who made those?
Microsoft's just looking at fucking numbers, dude. Like, and then again, Microsoft's so fucking big. Yeah, like that disconnect of like somebody going, "We need more games like this." You mean the one you just go? We canceled that one. All right.
The one from the studio we just axed. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe they just need to stop buying studios. They clearly can't manage them all.
No, dude. You just need to buy them, and the money machine go burr.
Yeah. We just buy them, and then we created jobs by letting all these people go. So now they have new positions that they can go apply to.
Let us know what you think. What is the solution to this? Steam needs to have clear labeling on any game that does. Like, I think that should be on like Euro Truck Simulator too.
Like the end user license agreement bit on the side that has like the yellow thing saying this game has a third party EULA.
It just has it has the old banner
this
from Punch
game has
the Monkey.
Ads.
Punch the Monkey banner that like jumps around.
Look at the monkey. Look at the silly monkey.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap us up for tonight. Thanks for joining in. If you want to help us out, we got a little bit of hate mail coming up. But first, head over to the support tab, or you can buy that Humble Bundle like whoever allegedly did.
Scott probably did.
Yep. Welcome to our latest patron, Zen. And LinuxGameCast.com. We got patrons. Speaking of that, LibrePay, PayPal, Bitcoin. We got Amazon wishlist, Jordan, Jill, Pedro, and I got one for the studio. We got a merch store. You see that Hellhawk sticker? No, you never knew because you don't watch us live. It's hanging out right there at twitch.tv/LinuxGameCast. And of course, an Amazon storefront for everything in this studio if you want to take a peek with it. And again, the humble affiliate. Your support makes the show possible. Each one of you helping us out. Thank you very much. Take advantage of your benefits. A bunch of stuff with Patreon. If you could back us that way, access to our Discord, access to our store notes. Yes, our store notes, which are quite brilliant, immaculate store notes. Might even call them show notes. You can watch that if you want to creep and see how it's get made each and every week. You know, when Friday rolls around, I'm like, fuck. And they just kind of magically appear. It is quite brilliant. And you can come hang out with us. We do appreciate it. Stick around for your names in the credits. But we have a contact button while you're over at Linux Gamecast. If you press that, you can fill that out and be like, hey, man, I take issue or I really agree with Pedro this week. And only Pedro on every single thing, on all topics.
What's your problem? Seriously, what is your damage
polish.
if that's the case?
Fill that out, send that. We get an email, and we might read it on this show. Same goes for Patreon comments and, of course, on YouTube. Up first is we talked about the helldiving last week, and fucking we did it, Reddit.
Yeah, the internet finally accomplished something. This is from McISO666, and they say the Helldivers is worse. 71 countries basically get banned for not being in a Sony allowed country, and some people on forums are just like, "Who fucking cares if Ukraine can't play? F them, F Africa, etc." So even if you just bought the game, you get banned because Sony has laws not every country agrees with. Some kids just say use a damn VPN, stop crying. But that would get your PSN and Valve banned as it's against both their terms of service, which is true. That's people were saying, well, why not use a VPN? It's because you can't. You're not allowed to.
Pedro, what happened with Helldivers last week?
Helldivers, the development team was very quick to put Sony under the proverbial bus because they put out the announcement that the requirement for a PSN store account was going to be enforced come the end of May, which they said that it wasn't originally because there were some technical difficulties. It's called money. Money is a big technical difficulty. They weren't enforcing it. They said it was a grace period, and that grace period saw the game becoming very popular. And when they said, we want that popularity to reflect on the Sony numbers, and people said, nah, fuck you. And the game went from overwhelmingly positive reviews to mixed.
Wow.
Like 50% positive and negative.
Quite the nosedive. Now, if you already bought the game and you're in one of these countries, you can still play it. But you can't buy a copy for your friend, which that definitely sucks. Jordan, why do you think the real reason is that they had to click this on? Because I talked to somebody who had a pretty interesting insight because they make video games for a living.
So I think like the part of this was just like, you know, that we had known that this was originally part of the Helldivers deal. They had took Sony's money, and part of this was the original stipulation. And you know, they were happy to have it broken and not have this requirement in place for a while. And you know, maybe it's one of those things where like you're a small hungry company, you sign a contract with a non-favorable clause, and then you realize, hey, we have a lot of fans. Maybe we can apply pressure that way. But I don't know. I think long term, I think this may undermine a lot of the trust that people have with like the Helldivers developers, because it's like, oh well, this situation isn't entirely under your control. Even with your best intentions, you do not necessarily have final say on things like this. So what does this mean for us?
The we always go to the like, what's the nefarious part of it, because usually that's the correct way to look at something,
Follow the money.
Right.
Who key bono, who profits?
Now, this was explained to me. It caught me out of left field, and I had to have it like broken down to me. Why would they have to do this? GDPR. Once you get over a certain amount of player base, that shit kicks in for real, son. And guess who? Because you got to do data retention and all that, and it's per country, per state here in the States, and all this different shit. Guess what system already had all of that bullshit built in? PSN network. Oh, there's some poor bastard for Helldivers who's going to spend the next 6 months writing that shit to get nice.
They can go to Sony and say, look, the PSN account, it didn't work out. Do you want to?
Well, Sony's like, all right, you don't have to link that shit, but you guys got to implement this, because we're not getting sued over this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody's going to be busy rolling the drum.
That is definitely an interesting angle, and I gotta wonder, like, do we need to start, or I guess do developers need to start like creating these sort of frameworks in place to like be able to make GDPR compliant games just from Genesis, right? Like,
right, have that available, like, the equivalent of like that in the store, right? Like,
or like some sort of library that says like, here's the GDPR compliant like implementation of multiplayer, or something that like is generic that people can like utilize. I think that might be like a long-term solve.
Reduce the amount of shit that you collect from people, which will save you a lot of fucking money in the long run.
I mean, GDPR applies if you get a username and password.
Yes, but that's all you have is a username and password and email address.
So you still need to actually implement.
That's all you got to store. That's all you have to maintain.
No, because you still need to actually implement some of the requirements, like right to be forgotten, all this stuff for the user data implementation
for every fucking place.
It is like logic that needs to be built into your authentication stack. So it's not super simple, even if you're just collecting a couple pieces.
Also, the right to be forgotten, no one automates that shit. You have to manually email it in and ask for it, and then they send you an email back.
I was working in systems that needed to be GDPR compliant. That was a requirement that they needed to have an automated.
That's a thing in Canada. That needs to become a thing here.
It's not. It was for a European company. It wasn't for I was working for a company that was working for like telcos in Europe. They were doing like software for them. So like, yeah. So that, like, again, to Ben's point, depending on who's your customer, depending on what your regions are, there may be different requirements. Either way, you actually do need to like write code to fucking do it.
Somebody gets to do that for Helldivers, but hey, but yeah, I think that's telling, because you notice that Sony's like, we're not going to re-enable these games for purchases. And what is the God of War coming up? The new God of War. It's got a name after God of War, but I was looking for.
There was a DLC that came out. Is there a new one coming out already?
God of War 2. Well, yeah, it's coming to the PC. It's been on PlayStation 5.
Okay. No, this is the PC release of the last one, Ragnarok. Okay, yeah.
Right. Okay, Ragnarok.
Okay, sorry.
And
I thought you were talking about a third God of War game. I got confused.
Yes, there's also Ghost of Tsushima that's coming.
Ghost is coming out, and all of those will be linked to that from like day one. PSN network. So,
but those are PlayStation games, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Even though, why does God of War require an account to buy?
I don't
single player game.
Like,
why'd you need an internet connection for that single player game again?
You might be cheating in your single player game. That's not allowed.
And remember, the solution: don't buy the fucking game.
Yeah.
Vote with your wallet.
Vote with your wallet. If you can't vote with your review. That is that's the way to rock and roll in our brave new world.
Speaking of unpopular developer actions, we got another piece of hate mail, don't we?
Wait, LOL. Oh, right. Pedro's favorite game.
Yeah, this is from Undernet Systems, and they're talking about League of Legends. They say, some of my friends and I were playing League of Legends on Linux until they rolled out this update. I get that we are breaking the Lutris install with our anti-cheat BS, but it also broke the version on my Windows 10 partition. Literally, their stupid kernel level anti-cheat will never report itself being active, even when running. I just quit playing the game. I'm not going to bother anymore. And that's the right fucking move.
Very good.
You can. It's like that fucking share zone thing. You don't have to stick around. Hit the bricks. Fucking leave.
Like I'm just
you don't
out.
gotta put up with anything.
Like, and that sucks if you get like a friend group or shit like that. You're like, do I just set up a Windows box to do this shit, or like whatever? Like at some point, the friction becomes high enough, and we're like, you know, fuck this nonsense.
Yeah, juice is not worth the squeeze. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, you could always go and play Dota, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I should keep trying.
I'm just gonna go play Heroes of New Earth. Okay. if League was too toxic for you, there's always Han. Or sorry, right. If League was not toxic enough for you, there's always Han.
Right.
Don't. Seriously, don't. If a game clearly, or the game developer in this case, they put out an update that they clearly reveals they clearly do not care about you or your system or the work you've put into that game, go play something else, please.
I know. It's, you gotta catch them young. Give them a copy of Roblox on Android.
On your Steam Deck.
On your Steam Deck. That you're playing on your PC through remote play.
You're streaming it via Chiaki on your PS3.
Fuck yes. We can keep going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight. We need to cue the music and say our good nights. You can always find this kicking off at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time right here on twitch.tv/Linux Gamecast. Give us a follow. Come check out my other little side project where I'm working on a brand new HP Elite. That's not new. It's like 4 years old, but it's new to me. And I'm going to try to make it new to you as well over at interfacinglinux.com. Get in touch with me. All the social medias. I'm on the Zitters. I'm just Vin Stone. And of course, Vin at mass.linuxgamecast.com. I technically have one of the Blue Sky things, but I haven't really found a use for it.
I just mirror all of the odd tweets I make on Twitter or Mastodon to it, of which you can follow me on at The Burning Fool on Twitter, at Frojo at bsky.app, or at Frojo at mass.linuxgamecast.com on the Mastodons. Mastodon!
Yes, I am on Mastodon. You can find me at unaccounted4 at mass.linuxgamecast.com with the actual number 4. Follow me there. If you post interesting things, I will totally creep on your profile when you first follow me. So if you post interesting stuff, I'll follow you back.
Beautiful. Time for some credits.
I mean, depending on if you follow, it could be both. Well, we got to thank our lovely, lovely advisors and producers flying into the stratosphere, into the supermassive black hole, Omegas Arthurian. We got to thank Barbara Bram, Scott Michaud, Atomic Ass, Mike G, Tomas, Dave, Eshep, Ian, Kurducky, 12345, Hoplo, Drummer. We got to thank our Chicago Kickers Ass tier, Super Destote, Empty, Glorious Eggy, King Bonge, and Turbo _Treefloss.
And the Sea Monsters, Renault, Redorex, Machina, Trudgy, Veritanuda, Justin Darkwing, System T, Desingjo, The Kresny, OU1, and
Frostclaw's back, baby.
He's back! And the Death Notes, Nova, Chad, Romeo, Renee, Leonardo, Kim, Chris, Stephen, Jill, Benjamin, Doom 2.Watt, Stephen B, Beck, Dodger, Zeno, Rue, Turnover, Peb, M. Foxdog, Svein, Jalou, and Piper.
Breathe, damn you!
Thank you very much to Zin for being the new Cherling. Thank you very much.
Carl, Mike Arthur, and Linux New Orleans, Knuckles, Johnny, Ship, Gamatron, DSN, Joe, Aromatic, Devin, Kaijo, right? Thank you for being fine, upstanding cannibals. You get bonus cannibals. Yeah. Until next week.
Chomp.
Chomp, chomp?
Chomp, chomp. You gotta eat the flesh. Consume the flesh.
Canadian Pac-Man himself. Everything is everything just a Snickers bar?
Chased by ghosts. The ghosts of my past.
The pills,
of all the humans I've eaten.
It's the pills. Dynafire, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Nibble.
Nibble.
Nope.
Nibble, say no more.
Nibble is 4 bits. It's not a bite. It's a nibble.
Go fuck yourself.
Right.
That's literally what it's fucking
I'm
called.
not arguing with you. I'm saying I'm not going to argue that. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
I wish I could. There's no wish to it. I just need to sit down. Like there was a way to like name all of your jack sinks better than like capture 1, 2, 3, and 4 and all that shit.
Right.
It's just tedious as fuck to do it. No, I don't. It's easier. Just like no, capture 5 goes into capture 4 on the other machine, right? Sure.
Yeah, you just build up the mental map. Yeah. And then you have to explain it to someone, and you're like, well, obviously this goes there because, you know, that's the open port that was there at the time, right? Like, yeah.
Charlie Murder.
Oh, Chucky Murder.
What's his name? Donkey released his game.
Yes. Animal Well.
People seem to like it. I think the most impressive thing about it is a hipster pixel game, but it's like 35 megs.
So it's actual hipster pixel.
Yeah, real hipster pixel, huh? I like that kind of dope. How much free space do you have on your Steam Drive?
Drives the.
Give me the number it says when you click install.
Oh, I installed it.
God damn it.
Yeah. All right. So you know, I'll give
install
you,
on another game to get the screen to pop up.
Here. I'll just do this.
Oh god damn it.
There.
Okay. Now can you click install so I can get an idea of
Oh wait. Install on another game.
Here, that screen.
Yes, okay.
We got 563.9 gigajoules free to install Steam Game is on.
Here. The exact same information.
Which one's your default?
I don't have one. I don't have one. I just pick whatever has like the most amount of free space is the one I pick.
Oh. Why don't you just like JBOD that shit?
So I can remove individual disks, I guess. I don't know.
Let's find out what drive that was installed on. We downloading.
Yeah, I don't usually like installing stuff on that home drive unless I really need it on NVMe speed. Because yeah.
Is there any games that you like really need on NVMe speed though? Like that you would
really
notice?
No, like Cyberpunk maybe.
There we go. Yep. No, you know what? No, that wasn't an NVMe. Yeah, I've never tried Cyberpunk on an SSD. It almost ran on that fucking Elite book, but it ran out of RAM.
Final Fantasy VII and Last of Us. Interesting.
All right.
Again, I guess it depends on like how much like IO the game requires. For,
if you need to stream more than like what 500 megabytes a second, right?
Yeah. Roger Corman dies.
Who's Roger Corman?
He made, you know, that awful Fantastic Four movie that got made in the 90s but was never released?
Yes.
He made that. He also did like Death Race, like the original Death Race, and a bunch of other movies.
All right. Do you think he was upset about that, or he was like, I got paid?
I think he was fine getting paid.
Yeah.
Like it was like one of those things where like they literally shot the movie so that they can say they made a movie so that they could just retain the rights.
Right. Did he ever chime in on whether or not like that was conveyed to him from the get-go?
I don't know, honestly. Fantastic for 1990.
I still kind of want to see Batgirl though.
I do too. Like that shit was done, right? How? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Fantastica. I want Fantastic Four. in film, 1994 unreleased.
Oh wow.
Marketing and release plan. So Wikipedia doesn't have a quote from Corman, but several of the actors were like, once the filming was wrapping, they thought that it was going to be a real movie, and then they were told to sign a cease and desist.
Oh wow.
Or, yeah.
Or like, gag order, like, yeah, don't ever talk about it.
Yeah.
How many movies like that exist that we don't know about?
Well, especially like ones from that era, right?
Where they could shoot some shit like that. We had the internet, but it wasn't like it is today.
Right, yeah. We didn't have the paparazzi surveillance state where like,
oh, you didn't have like mobile phones, like click. I'm like, hey, look, this is a thing. Then again, like, how many bullets have we dodged?
You never know, right? Like,
we were gonna get another. I couldn't even think what would be a good example of like what IP. Like the only company that I know that just makes movies because they want to hold on to the IP is fucking Sony. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been almost 3 or 4 years now. We need to reboot Spider-Man again.
Well, why do you think we had Madam Web? Which
oh God.
I did not watch, but apparently it is hilarious the lengths to which that movie goes to not directly mention the name Peter Parker or Spider-Man, but everything else is there.
Oh man, what is it? I hate when they do that. Yeah, the fucking elephant in the room type shit. You're like, come on, man.
Yeah, we can't call it that.
I still think to this day, if they would have spent the damn change, WB, and got the likeness rights to all of the actors for Avengers, that would have been a popular ass game. You could have made your money on that.
They were aggressively trying to monetize that shit from the go, though.
It was bad, man.
Yeah. They had like the pizza skin or something, and like you just did not get Spider-Man unless you were on Sony, or unless you had it on PlayStation, and like. Because that was an agreement that Sony's like, you can have Spider-Man as long as it's exclusive on our console.
Oh.
Because we too have a Spider-Man game and we don't want to dilute the brand. I was almost excited about that open world Star Wars Ubisoft game, but that girl's face in the trailer is like weird. I don't think I could spend an entire game looking at it. It's like too symmetrical.
I think I could be happy with yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that because what was it, like Stellar Blade was like the everybody was talking about like the character model, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, would that distract me? I'm like, I don't know. Like, what made me okay with like when I first fired up Nier? I'm like, do I really want to spend like fucking 40 hours watching a robot in a fucking maid's uniform running around? I don't care one way or the other. I'm just like, all right, but like that's. But I think what sold it for me was like, oh, they put the dude in a fucking schoolboy uniform. I'm like, all right, fair play.
And like I don't know. I really feel like that it boils down to gameplay, because like, you know, if like sexy maid game, like it feels good beating the shit out of people as sexy maid, then like I think you can excuse it in the same way that like if you're dressed as fucking peanut butter jelly time, as long as you're like fucking jamming on some dudes and it feels good, you can like that is just kind of secondary to you, right? Like, so I don't know. Strider, I will say, with X-Men 97, half of that fucking show is just references to X-Men video games, and that's pretty dope. Every time they get into like a cool fight or whatever, like Cyclops busts out some like Marvel versus Capcom shit, or like, yeah. It's been really good. I'm sad there's only one episode left of that.
I'm glad, because then I can sit and watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm burn through it in an afternoon. I gotta make myself watch Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a rough time with that first episode.
I don't. I'm gonna go into that like I'm gonna make myself like it.
Okay. And you know what? And part of my logic is if I really hype it up about it being terrible, it's actually not terrible. So like, let's be like, that was nowhere near as worse as you said.
Hey, we got Murdering Charlie in 1080p. That was really smooth. I was expecting a little more jank on the Linux client, but no.
Well, it's FNA. So
yeah.
Yeah, I was sad that Welcome to Die didn't happen either. Face me, X Chicken. I am Magneto, master of magnet. Love that shit.
I don't know. Do I have game music? Yeah, I got game music. Very lo-fi.
Yes. Lo-fi beats to murder too.
Yeah.
I guess there's custom match.
Invite friends. Press X. Pressed X. What the hell?
Yeah, overlay is just kind of busted for me.
Can I just invite you to... Invite to game. Ta-da! Back to game.
Play game. Alright, there we go. So it has my save from before. Alright.
Oh, it does. Oh, yeah. I don't want to be the berserker. What's the mesmer?
I think it's the bard.
Alright, then I guess I'll be the berserker.
I'll be the tank. Right, if we both lock in, then the game starts.
Right. Did this game
I saw an Alan pop in. Did he fuck off?
I thought about it. I don't know. Alan also has like sporadic reboot things going on sometimes. Strider needs to get off his punk ass and come play with us.
Yeah, he does.
But that would interfere with his ability to talk shit. Do you need to take a wee? I need to get up for a minute.
Yeah, you go. I'll hold the fort down. Strider, come play with us. Actually, if anyone else has this game and wants to play with us, which is apparently Strider doesn't have this game. Truggy has the game. Jill has the game. Yeah. All right. How much is Charlie Murder these days? All right, it's $10. I would say it's worth $10. But you might also want to wait for it to go on sale. As far as like beat 'em ups go, yeah, it's got like a fun little punk rock gimmick to it. Not interested. All right, y'all suck. I guess it's just gonna be Ven and I. Kitty. Mr. Kitty. Now, I have no memory how to play this game at all. So this will be interesting. I think it's heavy attack, light attack, jump, some shit, cast spells. I always like the soundtrack of this game, though. Some nice crust punk. Oh. Ooh, all right. My turn. We got no takers.
Of course not. Not in this crowd.
All right, I'll be back.
Let's get that going on. All right. Everything kind of held up. Right at the beginning, I was trying to get trying to find out whether or not that HP. Oh, I gotta remember his name. Elite Desk 705 G4 Mini. Good job, HP. With the 2400G, could handle the awesomeness that is the Butter Robot for these two PCs and these monitors. It wasn't having it. The thing that set it over the edge was doing the virtual webcam. But I think there's room to be tweaked. The only problem, I think what's probably choking it up, is I'll have to do some, there's no way to like lock, to disable C states. And if there was, that wouldn't be a problem, because I could lock the frequency of whatever it needed to run. Oh, like, womp womp. But I'm not going to give up on it, because another thing in that Elite Desk is it's got a Wi-Fi card at it.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe if I extract that.
Oh, I thought you were going to try and play Quake with Rohit.
You know, we need to do that to his ass one day.
Just all be on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, just see what, like, I'll put it in like 2.4, which barely functions in this room, and it's like throttled to something.
No, we got to do it on like wireless B or some shit.
2.4 in this room's 1 megabit. Oh. Jumping around. I was really depressed. Not really depressed. Marginally surprised. I think I talked about it. Like there's not an open source reimplementation. Nobody's went back and like built a server for, because we were talking about these servers being open source, man. People doing their own thing for fucking Rocket League. That'd be dope as hell.
Yeah. Or we were talking about it too. Like, there's not really been like a good Rocket League clone. Like,
Doesn't exist.
In the way that like there is no Stumble Guys equivalent.
I wonder which one of those came first. What if this entire time Stumble Guys was the first one of them?
Yeah, it's like an Oreo Hydrox thing where like,
right.
Hydrox actually came first. Oreo's the ripoff.
I wonder how I would feel. How would you make that executive decision? Like, if fucking Epic shows up, because you know there's something to be said about having that notoriety and buzz around your fucking game, and you're like, we're doing great as a studio and all that, and then Epic shows up and I'm like, listen.
And then they cut you like a 7-figure check, and you're like,
right,
this is more money than I've ever seen in my life, right? Like, how
I'm not going to be able to spend this shit. We're all whole. Everybody on the team is going to get fucking paid and never have to worry about shit again. Do you take that or do you risk it? Because you got to lie to yourself saying, well, we're going to be exclusive to the Epic Store, which is going to kill your fucking game.
Right. I guess it has to be like, I guess it would depend on like, if I had fun making that game and I wanted to continue making it, versus like, I spent like 12 months of my blood, sweat, and tears getting this thing and it's done and I just want to hand it off. I don't know. I don't know.
And especially if you got a team to deal with, because then you got to think about your team. You're like, they all need to get paid.
Yep. They all need to be paid. Do I want to continue working with these people? Yeah. Like,
I don't know, man. I kind of don't want to ever have to be in that position, because you don't know until it's in front of you.
Right, exactly, right. Like you can talk all that good shit, but then again, then someone like shoves more money than you've ever seen in your life in front of you, and you're like how do you react to that? You
go,
go,
I know I'm gonna get all this shit, but I don't ever have to see anybody I don't want to for the rest of my life, right?
Yeah, right. Like,
and disappear and go do thing. Yeah, I don't know.
It's tricky, yeah.
Let's try this out, man.
All right.
Let's get on the right after game.
The Netherlands. We're in Holland. All right.
Oh, did it save?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, you're in command. Okay.
All right. I guess we go here. Do you have fuck all idea how to play this anymore?
I assume it's beat 'em up rules: light attack, heavy attack, jump. This was like the very first level, I think. Yeah. Okay, so punch. Triangle is heavy attack. There's like grab, I think, is like circle.
Okay, that is grab. What's this? Right trigger? Oh, that's trigger. My mobile.
And then items, I think. Oh.
How do I get rid of that? Okay.
And then the camera B, yeah.
Reveler. Oh, that tells me my things, and that one scans QR codes, I guess.
Yes, and QR codes have like unlockable shit. Yeah.
How do you pick shit up?
I just walked up next to it and hit attack square B or X.
I just punched it.
Maybe I'm drummer man, so this is my power. All right.
Let's go get killed. All right, first blood on me. This game's easy. Piece of cake. No damage.
Oh, yeah. It's driving segment.
Get wrecked. Can I throw shit behind me?
Nope. Die, chuds.
Get wrecked. What am I throwing? Like hot pocket?
Trash?
Oh. I got money. .360 no scope. Jordan's got more money than me though. Oh, it keeps going. All right. Do we gotta find a boss?
Maybe. Grind him up in my car, in my little bicycle wheels.
Hell yeah.
We got boss. School boss.
Oh, I remember this. We've been here and gotten killed to death. No. Ah. There's no health regen or anything, is there?
No, there's like healing items and shit. Okay. Oh, I got a friend. The battle. More than your pride is at stake. Okay.
What am I doing? Oh, 2 points. Oh, give me all the strength.
Oh
all
my god, the Windows phone. That's right.
Dude. All on red. Be careful, the Hollow Lord is the trickster. I'm watching you, Charlie. Her army is routed. Rooted.
Hold Y to launch overdrive power technique. All right, yeah, sure.
We can hold Y? Oh!
Yeah.
What's this cost me? Nothing. All right. Oh! That gives me a kick. Okay. Massive.
Oh!
Oh, I dash? Neat. All right, let's go get killed. Or we can stand around here fucking with the phones all day.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, those are the powers, right? I understand how this works now. We can go into the store and buy shit.
I got a hammer. You want the knife?
I got a knife.
All right. Tank. Ooh, I need that help.
Take the burrito.
Didn't we have to fight like some flying shit?
At one point, yeah, like the witches.
Yeah, or something like that, right? It's starting to come back to me.
Spooky.
Damn. Come at me, bro. Crits. He's down. Oh, I got a sword. You want the chainsaw?
Sure.
What's over here?
Ooh, I want the chainsaw.
Yep.
Ah, which...
Get crits.
Ah.
There's a gun? All right.
Yeah, straight up.
All right. You don't want the broomstick?
I'll take the broomstick.
It'd be nice if you could fly.
Oh, ghosts. I remember this shit.
Spooky. That'll do it.
Yeah, and then I just like hang.
I think that's about where we quit last time.
Yeah.
Well, how do we... Oh, right.
It just eats a little bit of your health.
Tank your way through it.
That's what I'm trying.
Damn.
Oh my god, I made it! Ah, I didn't.
I didn't. I'm a tried. Oh.
Oh god, I made it.
Fuck all that.
Okay, I gotta drink
That was my
my
gun?
latte.
Get all the wrecked.
Chainsaw.
Oh, pile driver. Yes. Throw that brain.
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam.
Dude, I guess because it's like Rob Zombie, they shot that on film. The HD version on YouTube now is like crisp. And I guess also because Rob Zombie, like all the special effects hold up.
We gotta get up there, yeah. Because they're all practical and shit. Yeah.
Bonk.
Sweep you off your feet.
I want to be Peter Gabriel. Gimme.
You want to be your sledgehammer?
Yep.
Why don't you call my name? Oh, gun. Let's use the gun.
Why not?
When in doubt, just fucking shoot a motherfucker.
I forget the name of the PlayStation title that the gun was like way overpowered. It was like medieval, but for whatever reason there was a gun and you could just go through it and wreck everything. And it was supposed to be a nod at like this problem could be resolved in fucking 10 seconds with a sniper rifle. Legolas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not letting go of my brain.
That's fine. Oh no! This shit!
Oh, brain hold run. Let's go. Any per brain. I got this.
Any brain percent.
Yep. You're watching Elite Gamers here.
Elite Dangerous.
This is a better game than Elite Dangerous. Fight me. I won't let go of my brain. Bonk. I also want to break all these barrels.
No.
It's a resilient brain. Those are big boys.
Yeah, they are. They got multiple health bars.
Damn it. Fucking mana bar having motherfucker. Oh, shit. They grab you, too. Let me out. Do I not have, like, a roll dodge? Nope.
You have a block, which is one of the triggers.
I'm using all my sparkle juice. Get the fuck up out of here. Alright, come on, my boys.
Yes! Stomp their brains.
Damn. You need the med.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Alright. And there's super goo. Alright. Can I take this? Yeah, I can take. I have
all the money
already.
Oh, hang on. Let me check. You got any PowerPoints? No.
Nope. Alright, I guess we're on this way.
Candles. Do you have any candles?
Ah! What do I have? Do I have candles? Or?
Yeah. Do you like light candles up every now and then? Like the smelly ones, or?
My wife has some candles. I'm not a big candle guy.
Hey, there's QR code down here.
Oh, there's yeah. Oh fuck.
Yep.
Where is?
I got followers. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave all these barrels in place.
Go for it.
Uh-oh.
Gonna blow it up.
I don't want to get blowed up, bro. Can you jump up there?
Let me get on the barrel. No, they're grenades. Oh, I see. Okay.
What are grenades? Oh, that'll do it. Shit, we still gotta go over here.
Yeah, we gotta go back. Okay. This is a puzzle. This is a sneaking mission. Snake.
Goddamn puzzles. Eh.
Bleh.
Platforming. I like how the music just fucked off.
Yeah. Spooky. All right. Oh, we got exit.
Wait, what's that? Aged malt? Do I want that? Sure.
You can use it to oh, there's a shotgun.
Oh, well. Want to get some tats?
Yeah, let's do it.
You don't have any tattoos, do you?
I want to get some.
All right.
Now that I don't. Oh. Okay. Don't go that way. Yeah. Now I don't hit. Oh, fucking shit.
Wow.
All right.
Third time's a charm.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so easy.
I wasn't talking to you shit, bro.
What is with this indestructible barrel?
I don't have the barrel.
There was a barrel.
We're here for some ink. How much to get the bottom of your left foot tattooed?
Ooh, I wouldn't want to get that tattooed.
I know that. That's why I said how much.
Oh shit. Sharps was gonna have. Spew a bunch of usable weapons.
Poison vocals.
I already have sharps.
How do I use this shit? Is there a move list?
I think. Oh, if you hold down right trigger, you get a new ability. It gives you like 3 circles, and if you hit like the face buttons, that corresponds.
I mean, I
to, like,
see that, but when I go over to it,
no. So you those are like the face buttons. So that's like A, B, X, Y.
oh,
Yeah.
got it.
That's how.
Cool.
That's how you do it.
TIL.
Yeah. And if you hit select, you can manage that.
They got to recharge. Do I got one for health then? Yeah, gives my health back. All right, I got plenty of screams. All right, new mechanic.
All right. I gotta. Yeah. All right. Get cool shades.
I don't know. I'd probably get more tattoos if they weren't so expensive and time consuming. If I could like walk in and be like, give me that, and they go, meh.
Oh, we gotta go out of here now. This is.
Oh. Little.
Alright, well. Oh, you gotta heal, you gotta heal. And then I guess we just go this way. Or there's a fast travel here, I think. Oh, there's a QR code.
Right. I'm waiting on my QR code to recharge.
Got item.
What'd you get?
I got spiked bands.
Oh, okay, that's how you reach it. I just ate a bat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, which one's my QR code?
Up or down.
Down.
Oh, I got fire punches now.
Oh, nice. How'd you get those?
Select one of yours, like your items and stuff. You can put on equipment, and that like changes your attacks. You hit the bumpers. Like one more time. One more time. Yeah, you like if you pick up gear, you can equip it and shit.
Okay.
And modify your stats. If it's green is better than red. You just want to click on the green ones. Yeah, you're good. You're good. They're all equally powerful.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 2.
We haven't been this far yet.
Oh, and I guess there's the evil spellcasters. And you can like throw them and stick them on the spikes, Mortal Kombat style.
Have some health. All right. Not what I meant to hit, but all right.
That one zombie dropped a gun.
Fuck. That zombie did zombie shit. I was not expecting that. Fuck yes. Use that gun.
Fuck you.
Dick punches.
Oh, you need that health.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Well. Ding ding. That's that. Watch out for the teeth.
Ooh, steak shish kebab.
Yeah.
Up and around.
When are we gonna fight Dracula?
Soon. We gotta take on his. Oh, gotta go this way.
Ow.
What is with these
Ow.
indestructible barrels?
Ow.
Oh. Hammer time.
Aww.
Nah, don't get a little baby.
Sweet, I bet it's gonna try. Oh, they're all gonna come try to kill us.
Ooh.
Wow, that's not cropped right for the screen, but all right.
Oh, I got butt fucked.
I'm gonna try to give him the old Poisorino. All right, now we can tag team his ass.
Yeah.
Ow.
He's kind of jumping all over the place.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick. A little bit. Damn, he got me. Damn, he still got me.
Oh yeah, he's got combos.
Shit, he wiped me.
Shit's up.
Get it.
All right, he's down to his last health bar.
I gave him poison.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a loop.
Fuck. Fuck. That's...
Chainsaw.
Get wrecked, you ass. Damn it. That's me getting wrecked, but whatever. Do it. Die, you dick. Alright. What? What? How?
Yeah, I thought I saw that health bar deplete,
I did
man.
too, homie.
That shit is not cool. Yes,
Alright.
murder the brain. All right.
What get?
Oh yeah. Oh, money. Give me some money. $12.
Get a new hat? Maybe?
Maybe it's not letting me. Oh, yeah, gotta be Skull Beanie. That's crap for me. It might be good for you. Rockula's heart. Smocula. Oh, go this way now. All right.
Oh, really? All right. Backtracking.
This is what the finger says. I don't know.
Well, I mean, who are we to argue with the finger, dude?
The finger says go this way. I merely obey.
What was the first arcade game to implement the finger?
I don't know.
Travel?
We went through that door before, right?
I guess. Exit world map. I think we've kicked all the ass, right?
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. My game hasn't caught up yet. I'm still in the level.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, but Oh wow, I'm okay. The multiplayer's completely borked. I am still on the old level, but
Yeah.
I'm moving around as if I were on the new level.
Nice. You know
I
what?
can see me moving on your screen, and I'm like, okay, well, clearly, yeah, no. I'm a exit to world map. Oh, I can't do that because you're in control.
Oh,
I think it's borked.
oh, we had a good run.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to try to go back into the level and confuse it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Nope. Wait.
No.
Oh, you left the game. That's why I did it.
Well, I left because I thought it was stuck. I was just like in the middle of a level.
We had a good run.
Yeah.
We'll call it at that. I'll get some.
It's a fun game. I like playing it. There's just sometimes
I like it better with 2 people instead of 4.
I guess it's a little less chaotic.
Yeah, because I can kind of keep track of like what's going on in the items. I think it's got more like items and power ups and shit than I want in my brawler, but it's good that it's there, right?
Yeah. Well, that was the one thing I really that it's the good and the bad thing, right? It's good from an entertainment value standpoint, but it's bad from like actually trying to play the game. Ninja Turtles with 6 people, especially when everyone's a fucking Ninja Turtle and they all look the goddamn same.
It is absolute chaos.
Yeah.
But I think they understood that when they built the game. They're like, yeah.
Oh, they started adding more skins to be like, okay, yeah, everyone can look a little different now.
How did they do it in like I think the arcade game? Well, no, you only had 4 options in the arcade game, right?
I guess the arcade game, I don't know. So I didn't play a lot of like TMNT arcade game. So I don't know. Did people get character blind back in the day? Did you just like lose your dude, or were you able to like? keep
You were
track of
usually
what's
just
going
getting
on?
like wrecked. I mean, normally it would be like you, maybe one other person. It was rare to have fucking 4 people on a machine. My memories of playing that in the arcade, the first one was, it was right next to the loudest fucking NBA Jam arcade cabinet.
So you got to hear the NBA Jam soundtrack.
Boom shakalaka, just constantly, and I'm like, God damn it. But yeah, it was an accomplishment just to beat Bebop, I think was the first boss. Like that cost some money.
You invested like a couple weeks worth of allowance into that.
Like you weren't going to one shot that dude. Like you were going to die. You were going to lose all of your I mean that's how the arcade game was engineered from the ground up, though.
Yeah, it's core to suckers.
Like that's one of the reasons I never get like into MAME, is because like, yeah, it's good that shit's preserved, but I don't want to go back and play that.
I don't know. Does it take it out for you, the fact that, or take something away that like mash select it and put infinite quarters or whatever?
It takes the cost out of it. Like not just the cost financially, but like the investment that you have in like trying to stay alive.
But like it was also sort of like a bullshit requirement anyways, because again, it was like purely designed to extract currency from you. So
and
so,
like
like,
some of
I
them just couldn't be beat, man.
that's like I like the people who can get through Battletoads, I do not even understand the level of commitment required for that.
I'm trying to think how far I've ever gotten. I've beaten the jump level, the first and second one of those. I got to the spiral.
It's usually the one with like the bikes that fucks everyone up, right?
I got past the bikes in multiplayer. We spent an afternoon doing that as a child.
Right, so you did it the one time.
Yeah. But yeah, they did they do Battletoads for the Mega Drive?
I think that was Nintendo only, I want to say, but I could be wrong.
I would have said the same thing
like
about Mega Man.
Mega Man's weird though. It did come out on the Sega. It came out on the Amiga. It came out on Game Boy.
We can get it for $64 on Amazon.
All right.
3 of them, maybe? No, just a manual. And the game.
There was a TV show. It had Scott McNeil in it, aka Canadian Piccolo.
Horribly frustrating. Yeah, I didn't know they had it on the Mega Drive. Video. Did it look better? It should have. No!
Battletoads, the circular saw.
Harbor Freight. Oh, take two.
This is why you pay for premium.
Yes.
They have successfully extorted that out of us. And then they start... Oh, what's the over-under on them adding ads to premium, and you gotta pay for premium plus now?
Oh, get fucked on that. Like, I'll drop premium if they had, like, a... This doesn't look any better than the NES version. Hey, I'm going to dare say it looks worse.
Ooh.
Battletoads NES. Here. Well, let's make sure we're not doing, maybe it looks about the same.
There was also a Super Nintendo version.
Yeah, there was. I think that one did, like, look... Yeah, that's definitely got a, better look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that I remember, but yeah.
I never played this one.
Neither did I, but like... well, you know, YouTube footage, people talk about Battletoads, and I guess this is the, that's just the footage they show or whatever.
Mm.
Probably because they're like, they did what we did. They're like, these kind of look like shit. Oh, the Super Nintendo one looks good. Let's, yeah.
Apparently there was a Battletoads and Double Dragon. Remember Double Dragon?
Yeah. Jimmy and Bimmy.
All right, this is just whatever the fuck's going on in this. Is that, okay, apparently that was a real game. I assume. Trade West 1993 beat-em-up game for Super Nintendo. Battletoads and Double Dragon, the ultimate team. Huh.
Yeah, Battletoads, Double Dragon, Battletoads in Battle Masters or Battle Maniacs.
I could do with a Battletoads treatment for modern PC game.
I thought you were gonna say like a Battletoads treatment for like Nier. Become as frogs.
Did they ever do like a 3D though?
Battletoads. There was a 2020 game, but it's a side scroller.
Mm.
Up to 3-player multiplayer. So Pedro, you and I can do it. It got decent. No, it got middling reviews. Okay. Aggressively unfunny. Ooh.
What game is this?
The 2020 Battletoads.
Oh, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, I remember a new Battletoads game came out recently. But yeah.
Well, clearly we just need to play Battletoads VR.
Rattletoads.
Rattletoads, that would be it. No, it's only available on the, whatever the hell the Apple thing is called, I forget.
The Vision Pro.
God damn. I still don't know anybody that's bought one, which is surprising because I got some dumb money friends that buy dumb shit like that. I already know somebody who's like wetting themselves.
I have some
over
friends with a lot of disposable income and poor impulse controls. So.
Yes. I've already heard about the iPad Pro. Like, are you getting the iPad Pro? And I'm like, no.
I love that commercial where it's like, we've destroyed all the things that you love and replaced it with the slab.
The good way to get me to watch a fucking commercial internet. And I'm like, all right, what are we upset about?
The hydraulic. Welcome to the hydraulic press channel.
Right?
Don't.
Right? I'm like, this? Shit, we're doing pretty good as a society if this is what the internet's wound up about this afternoon.
I like that one. It was on Reddit. It was like when you realize that Elvish is based on Finnish, and it's like, welcome to hydraulic press channel. We're gonna try and explode a ring today. Very dangerous.
That's is the Red Hot Ball channel still going?
Oh yeah, or the 10,000 degree knife.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, they like heat a knife to like 10,000 degrees and they
just
like
cut shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the red hot nickel bowl like made me so jelly that somebody thought about that, and I'm like, you motherfucker. I mean, good on you, mate, but
Red hot nickel.
I branched out like on the TikToks.
Red hot nickel ball channel. Cars and water. Last upload 3 years ago.
Oh.
Hydrogen Snowman.
Did they just like take it out of, I guess there's only so much you can do, but like you have to assume that like after a point that's just going to make evergreen money.
Right, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's like, will it blend is some genius fucking level marketing, right? Like if you're making a blender company, it's like, yeah, let's just cram some shit in here, see what happens.
Fuck yeah. Like, but then again, that marketing's the reason I never bought one.
Yeah, right.
I was like, I would try to fucking feed it because I want to do that shit.
I still want to see the video where, like, I know it's a joke, but they have it in the intro with where they feed it
Feed
the
it
rebar.
a fucking broomstick. Oh, I don't know about rebar, but I'm not that ballsy, but I'd absolutely feed it a broom handle, dude. Just like, zzz.
Wear some facial protection.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, yeah, I'd put on like a welding mask or something. Probably.
Or like a thick vest, too.
And of course, like the splinter would come out and like clip my jugular and I'd be dead in like 3 minutes. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. You ever seen anybody ever like get shot in the fucking artery in their neck, dude?
No.
I saw that in security footage. Thanks, Reddit. And,
Okay.
dude, it was like maybe dude had like 8 to 10 seconds and he was gone. I'm like, damn. Yeah, Blintech was dope as hell back in the day. That was pre-YouTube. And you remember having to go to websites and watching their little bullshit videos or download the fucking videos?
I think I was aware of Blendtech by the time they moved to YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that they actually just posted that on their website.
The old shows like the Dig creators, they had like Dig show that they had a podcast, but they had a video version. I remember like downloading the fucking
the Dead Gentleman.
Dig Nation.
I remember they used to like do that on iTunes, right? Like you could get like video episodes of podcasts and stuff. I watched it on my fucking iPod video because I could watch little movies on there.
That's wild. We've come so far.
Dude, I'm moving shit to the new raid, and like I'm going through I'm just like doing the visual inspection to see if all the stuff is there, and you see the old file names, and that takes you back.
Yeah.
It takes you back to the sketchy website or wherever where you downloaded that shit, and you're like, you made a note because it had a really weird file name, and it's like this is a Batman movie, but it's like BUTR XVID whatever.
Right.
Yeah, like
0003. Yep.
yeah, and I looked at it, and I know what movie it is. But like
240p of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that one was 480 because that was a DVD. Rip.
That was HD back in the day, baby.
Yeah.
That was pristine. That was like, this is better than the real thing.
Yeah.
Watch it on that high-res PC monitor.
No, at one point I was desperate enough that I had my Xbox 360 set up, and you could connect it to the Windows Media Experience that I had running on my PC in the room next door, and I did a point-to-point network, so I could in the den next to my room watch videos from my computer on the TV from a couch, and then I realized this is way too much effort. I'm gonna watch it on my bed on my laptop because
The novelty wore off.
The novelty wore off, and I'm just like, I just want to lie in bed. I'm a depressed college student.
Man, having a setup like that, a lot of that is like, okay, now I've done it. What's next? I've never been like, my entire life, I bought a big screen TV, and that was it. And it's not even big screen anymore. It's 40 something inches, which is not, my monitor's as big as the goddamn.
I bought my 50-inch TV, plugged a computer into it, and that was how I rock and roll until now. Like I still got that.
Like the idea of like getting a 60, 70-inch fucking TV, I'm like, for fucking what?
I like sitting on the couch and watching stuff.
I like the idea of that, but the second I get on the couch, I get comfortable. I'm like, I need to get up and go do something.
I don't get that. I'm just
My
like,
brain
I'm gonna sit
never shuts
down
off.
and watch it.
Sucks.
Well, so the other thing too is like the TV is visible from the kitchen, so like I'll have stuff on the TV and then I'll be standing like in the kitchen cooking.
Oh, I'll just have the tablet, the kitchen tablet going.
There's the kitchen tablet. There's the bathroom tablet.
There's the kitchen tablet, and there's other kitchen tablet, which is breakfast nook tablet.
For when you need to change the scenery.
I'm just like, if I got to turn my head, listen, I'm not about putting the same thing on two fucking things if I'm trying to pay attention to it. Because usually I'm
You
watching
gotta
live
like
shit.
sync them up.
No, I usually just watch live shit in the background. I'm not paying that much attention. But yeah, if there is something like I'm trying to keep track of it, or if I'm watching a speedrunner, I'll put, I'll view bot the motherfucker. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I look forward to trying to track down. I don't know how much effort I'm going to put into it. I want to live that dream of getting that HP, doing all the stuff I needed. But it's still going to be kind of loud. I don't know. Oh no. Why am I on this site? Oh, I'm on Know Your Meme. That's why.
That's always fun. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
Like, what was going on here? I was up to something. I don't know. I guess you need to stay like visiting Know Your Meme every now and then just to make sure you're not completely out of the fuck.
So, sometimes it's like, what the fuck is this thing? I don't understand. I've seen it enough times that I'm curious, and because like usually after you've seen a thing a couple times, you can like kind of grok the meaning of it. You can figure it out.
Sometimes you just can't put it together though. Then
yeah, so, sometimes like there's some context here that I just do not have.
Yes, yeah. And usually for that, I will go into the comments on Reddit. I'm like, all right, can I piece together what this is? And admitting defeat, you're like, all right, fine, let me go find out what this is in reference to. And you're sitting there going, skibbity toilet, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, yeah. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Got it. Never break the law. Break the law, man. Breaking the law.
Oh, man. So apparently the story my wife has about seeing Judas Priest live is, I'm like, how was it? And her reaction is, the poor old man. Apparently he leaned over. They thought he was gonna headbang. He's just like, he didn't get back up. They wheeled him out on a bicycle, on a motorcycle for like Turbo Lover or something, and he couldn't get off.
Oh no!
It's like, man, that's like watching Patrick Stewart run in that first season of Picard. They're like, don't make the old man run.
Don't make Patrick Stewart run.
Yeah, it's like, just give Halford a chair. Let him sit down. Don't make him wear the fucking leather jacket in like 300-degree weather or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to imagine they don't need the money. I hope.
I hope. I don't know.
Or either somebody threw enough money at them, and they're like, yeah. I couldn't imagine going on like tour like that. I know I felt bad for Avatar, which is a band I follow, Finnish band. And the one time I watched like the YouTube shorts because they were doing a tour in Mexico. They did a US tour, and I'm like, I just couldn't make shit work to go see them. And they're like, so we got a show tonight in Mexico City. All of our gear is at the border in the United States. It's partially my fucking fault. And they did the thing, dude. They went to like fucking consignment shops and shit and like pieced together a fucking stage show out of spare parts.
Damn.
And I mean, it was a fucking arena show too. It wasn't like, some dude's bar. I was like, that was pretty cool. Yeah, nightmares about stuff like that, dude. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It's my wife used to like be one of the people that had to like source that shit. So
you just imagine that.
Apparently Danzig wanted his gummy bears.
Fuck yeah! I mean, I want a cup filled with brown M&Ms, dude.
That was the Van Halen one. Yeah.
Like,
apparently, Danzig really just wanted his gummy bears.
What was it, Wayne's World, where they did this spoof on that? And, I had to beat them to death with their own shoes. I gotta buy some new shoes. I want to.
I need to find where my other pair of shoes were. I bought 2 pairs and I'm like, I'm gonna load balance between the 2 of them. And that didn't fucking happen. And so now one of them's falling apart and I'm like, okay, where's that other fucking pair?
There's not a good place that has like decent dress shoes. My boots are in pretty good shape. I gotta get any pair of dress shoes. Or loaf, whatever you call them.
I need to find my pair of dress shoes. I have a pair somewhere.
It's normally what I wear when I'm out and about. Either that or combat boots.
I have a pair of New Balance.
No.
I'm not
I got my Chuck Taylors that I run in, and I go through, like, those are usually good for 5 months at a piece, but they're cheap.
Yeah, man. Shoe. Replacing shoes always seems like such a weird thing. But I rocked the same pair of boots for like 10 fucking years, right? Like,
No, I do, man. Like, my Solovars, year 5? Maybe year 6 with them. Like, they're great shape. So much where I want to buy, like, the Solovar, like, dress shoes. Right? They're the dress shoes and Baroque.
yeah, there just isn't a good place to source them here.
I just get them online.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. I always feel weird about trying shit on that I buy online and returning it. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I know what size. See, that's another thing, though. I know what size from Solovar I wear.
Yeah, I don't. And like there's the adjustment period too, right? Where you gotta like let it break in a bit.
Those you absolutely have. They're old school, like, you know, thick ass handmade fucking leather. So like they will change.
Yeah.
And they will hurt like a motherfucker for the first couple of weeks you wear them. Like old Doc Martens used to.
As they mold to your feet, or as your feet
or just
mold
as
to
the
them.
wet leather becomes pliable. Like it's like serious fucking leather. Like that shit. Like what I wish I could find for like headphones. Instead of this thin ass shit, I want like that old school like 50s and 40s like, shit that would still be around today. Like fuck comfort, just give me durability. All right, I'm gonna make some dinner.
Yeah, I got no more calories left for today, so I'm just gonna suffer until tomorrow.
What can you have for like empty calories? You can have like rice cakes or some shit.
They're so fucking expensive for air.
Rice cakes are expensive now.
Oh, dude, it's like $7 for like a pack. It's
What?
ridiculous. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Those were like the generic, no money, gotta live for the rest of the week food. How much? All right, let's be fair. Let's go to Amazon. Rice cakes. You can get a pack of 6 for $20. I mean, is that a lot? Chocolate rice cakes, 15 for a pack of 3.
That is a lot for what they are. Yeah.
Okay. I just
For
know
like-
there's no way in hell I'd ever be able to eat 3 packs of ever. Like I would have those forever.
Yeah, for 15 bucks though. Yeah. What, like, yeah.
Like I've tried to eat those before. I was like down to like putting hot sauce on them, like trying to find some way to make them palatable.
Right, yeah.
And like they just weren't bad. I just didn't like the texture and the styrofoam. Accurate.
Like, I guess I could just like make a bowl of lettuce and just eat lettuce.
That's what I do. Like if I just want to get stuffed, I'll like add some cabbage to whatever if I'm making like beans or some shit like that, I'll throw like cabbage. Just no calories that it just makes you ill full. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's just all fiber. You're just like,
Yep.
bloated.
That'll knock you right out. Need that sleepy time food. I wouldn't know what, they haven't improved. Korean rice cake. Huh. You know, those might be better. Those look like little snacks.
I just make regular rice, honestly.
Oh, that looks good. Gluten-free Korea. Yeah, all right. I think I might be down with this fucking Korea's got some shit going on, man.
All right.
Yeah, Urban Highway. Tech Bucky?
Teobaki?
Bucky. I'd be down with that. That looks good, but that just looks good because had some shit poured on it.
Yeah.
S'mores bites. These look nasty as fuck.
Kim's Deli Pop. Yeah.
I think I'd fuck around with Kim's Deli shit. 15 calories per piece. Sugar-free note. Oh yeah,
Enjoy with your recipe.
Smear some peanut butter in between them. That's
that'll make them stick to the roof of your mouth. That's for sure. Oh,
delicious.
I see. They're the keto rice cakes. So they're even worse.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, are these like thin whole grain? I don't know.
Oh, they got the bulldog stuff. That's like the spicy ramen, the spicy ramen.
Ooh, that might not be bad. Tomato basil?
That's like kind of ketchup-y. Yeah.
Gluten-free?
Ketchup crisps.
Oh, if I fucking bought that and it tastes like ketchup, I'd be madder than I would just normally. Oh, yeah, we've not had any innovations in ew. All right.
Yeah, rice cakes, Del Optiplex.
Yeah.
Snack on one of those. You'll be very full.
We're not tracking you on anything. What are you talking about? You've been researching mini PCs for the past month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want mini P? You want chips, right? Computer chips and rice chips.
Yeah, like I'm not fucking with anybody. Like I'm legitimately not signed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know what your fucking IP address is.
Fuck,
right?
Yeah, right. Like immediately. They're like, clearly, Like I said, Amazon's getting bad with the dark pattern shit, dude.
They've gotten worse with the dark pattern shit. They were bad.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Yes, badder. Now with the like defaulting to like fucking monthly.
Yeah. The subscription items, yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? When I first saw that was a great option because I used it to get socks every month. Until I realized, like, if you spend some money on socks, you can get socks that'll last like 2 years. And the other one is, this shows up all the time now. Only X amount left.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of those is bullshit. Go log in a different browser. And it was like, nope. Just plenty.
Just trying to pressure you.
Yeah, just try to get that sale from like, ooh, there's only 16 left. I need to order. Yeah. Bullshit, man. Amazon. We've lived long enough to see the cool things turn to shit.
Yeah, we're not allowed to have nice things.
Back in the day, had great deals, no tax. Amazon used to be cool, man. Do you think anything can even replace Amazon at this point, though? I don't think it's possible. I mean, what is it? Temu's trying, right?
Temu's trying. I have some radical ideas about that aren't super popular, but I don't know. I think you never know. There might be one last innovation. I think Varoufakis, I think he has a really good point about this. Where like Amazon is now a type of business where they exist purely to intercept other types of transactions and extract fees from those. And so in that regard, Amazon doesn't really need to be a store anymore. They're kind of just this middleware in a way. And that's how they extract their worth, or that's how they extract their money.
I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, I can see that. And you got like Amazon's like shit right now is AWS, dude. Like, but they got to be making killing off of the storefront too. But you got to be on Amazon, and they know that.
Well, so they make money from the sellers being only on being on Amazon, and they make money off the customers. They're figuring out ways to double dip. Like,
oh yeah, like you got to pay fucking fees, and you got to pay like to have your shit stored in the Amazon warehouse because you want that. Then you got to pay extra for the
And there's also the most favored nation clause, so your prices have to be lower on Amazon, which means they have to be higher or they can't be lower anywhere else. And
That's what we found out. I found out recently, and I told Jordan like this.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Although they will direct you to the crappiest reviewed sellers if you don't want to go with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's new and it's currently 21% off, and yeah, that's because they didn't get their tithe.
But there was one I checked and it was like, ships from the UK. It's like, oh, I see.
It might be a little different in Canada. This one is just it's not one that they're getting their cut from. It's not at their warehouse, and they're not charging rent for it to sit at their fucking warehouse. And I don't know, makes me grumpy. But would you pay? See, I you got Sam's Club type shit, right?
Yeah, we pay for
Costco.
Costco membership.
Yeah.
I think there are Sam's Clubs up here too. Yeah,
I have a Sam's Club for the bi-yearly trip I make there, but
I just went to Costco today.
Okay,
I bought a pair of flip flops. They're $15.
nice. I was like, well, I'm at Costco, got to buy something.
Well, I was there for groceries, and I'm like,
Might as well.
I've been looking for a pair of flip flops, and they had them in my size. And I'm like,
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I was talking some shit about like looking for like flip flops and shit, and depending on US or UK, I'm 12 and a half, 13. I'm like my big ass fucking clown feet. And Ogie's like, yeah, I'm 15 and a half. I'm like, god damn, that. Like, just even trying to find fucking boots, much less like flip flops that are size 15.
Well,
dude.
that and like, so I got like double wide feet. So I got to pay for like the specialty size for wide, and they fuck you that way. And imagine, and like having bought like big and tall clothes, like they get you any like size above like the standard ones. That's like an exponential price increase. And yeah, if you got to pay for size 15 shoes, you're paying out the nose for those.
Yeah, like boots I can usually find with no problem, and I've always had my not always, but ever since I could afford it, had my dress shoes just made for me. But I went looking like on our Teespring thing because I saw some might have been the Linus Tech Tip. They had the show last night. Yeah, they were talking about their store and shit, and I'm like, they're like, oh, we're getting into tall shirts again. I'm like, okay, I want tall shirts that are just like regular t-shirts, but they come down like to your fucking ankles.
You just want to dress, okay?
No, it's straight fucking t-shirt material though. No fucking around. This is like t-shirt, but just to have a tall. Because people don't check that shit. They don't check the actual fucking length when they order it. They're like, yeah, tall. Make sure it's long.
Yeah, it's secretly a nightgown.
Yeah. There you go, nightgown. One of those things.
Yeah. So it comes with like the little pointy like ball hat.
Oh fuck yeah, and a little candle.
Yeah. A little candle holder.
Yeah.
Candles. LGC candles sold separately.
Fuck yeah. But we get them our RGB candle.
the razor candle.
Yeah, it's got blue teeth. It's dope. But no, I was just thinking to myself, would I pay like $5 a month subscription to? Because I was like, how do you fund this? Like to bring back something equivalent of old Amazon. Which was
old Amazon operated at a loss for so long to get into this position too.
Right. But that's what I'm like, how do you finance that? And I'm like, monthly subscription. I don't know. Because it was nice to just be able to. The one thing I will buy shit off Amazon for is that return policy. The zero fucking around, not dicking around. Even with like that Noctua and HP1, dude, and I'm just fucking ring them up. I'm like, I'm about to order this, and I don't want fucking two of them. What happened to it? And they're like, somebody ordered that. Looks like they're sending it back. Here, we're just gonna send one to you. Are we cool? And I don't think the guy was supposed to do it because I was like, I wasn't asking for that. And he's like, we're just going to send one to you. I'm like, got it. I'll shut the fuck up.
I had that experience with the motherboard. They sent me you clearly used motherboard. And I'm like, okay, what's the deal? They're like, okay, we'll just send you a new one. So now I had two motherboards.
Yeah, do you
And
want
I
the other
tra-
one
I-
back? Like, nah.
No, and I took that motherboard and I traded it to someone for a 4-port USB-C hard drive dock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I found. The like 4-port like USB switch I have kills the networking, the wired networking on the Elite Desk thing. Breaks it, causes it to cycle. I've never looked into it, but did you see the Asus thing this week? Gamers Nexus did a thing where they sent in their ROG Ally, you know, their not Steam Deck, and they were like, "Nah, you see, if you genuinely get a microscope, there's like a little flaw here in the plastic. The entire thing's completely broken. You got to pay us hundreds and hundreds of dollars to fix your screen," which they didn't send it in for a screen. It was like the left controller.
Huh.
And apparently this has been a thing for a long time with a bunch of people. And they had like other people who'd like send in a fucking video card, the 4090, and the paint had come off of like the power connector where he plugged it in.
And that completely broken.
Yeah, and they said it was going to
warranty
cost
voided.
more
Yeah.
Canadian than to fix it than it was to buy a brand new one.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought you had like a hate boner vendetta against Asus.
I do. That's that sounds about right. Yeah, don't buy their shit. They're but the ROG Ally is it Acer or Asus?
Asus.
Okay. Yeah. ROG is Asus.
Republic of Gamers, bro. Come on, you even game? Do you need more GBs?
Republic of Gamers.
Right. Man, remember when we had those fucking, like, look at that. This is a basic bitch ass motherboard, too. How many? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. And a PCI slot, just because fuck
And a
you,
PCI
that's why.
slot. Yeah, just for funsies.
Yeah, that wasn't the special elite workstation gaming. That was just called a motherboard back in the day.
This was one of the. Well, I mean, like
Nicer
you know,
ones.
as far as AM3 was never top on top of the line. Right?
Hey, okay, now in all fairness, take what you can get, fucko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like this was like the top end AM3 motherboard. But like, yeah, like still, you got a decent amount of shit in there. You got some holes. That's nice, Strider.
Yeah. I got an Asus monitor. No, it's in the storeroom.
Both of these guys are Asus, Acer, and then this guy, the TV up there is RCA because it was free.
It's whoever bought the
whoever
the
bought
RCA sticker for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are fucking ViewSonic because I wanted them to last forever. And yeah, I'm like Acer everywhere else except for the like LG monitor. Yeah, that one's still kicking, man. It won't fucking die. I'm waiting for the button to switch inputs is like getting sketchy as hell. And once it gets to the point where I can't switch inputs, then I'll buy it.
Then you'll replace it.
Yeah, I can't do it before that.
Yeah, I mean it's too good a soldier, right? Like it just keeps kind of fucking on, right?
It keeps fucking on, and like there's the only thing wrong with it. It's got a lot of motion blur.
Yeah,
It just does, but it runs a DAW. Like, like, not really worried about that. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Toodles.
All the mystery people. Strider. It's just Strider left. That's it. Gonna be Strider all the way down.
It's Striders all the way down. It's the secret of Discworld.
That makes me sad, especially that last book. He was not done with that.
I didn't read the last one.
I don't want, out of curiosity, like Wintersmith, I believe was and the